Hello, Ducks fans. Happy New Year. Welcome back to another episode of the Quack Report, where we like to stroke our Gibsons for everybody to see.
Just Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
For those not watching, Nate has a Gibson brand guitar that he was petting. And you know he was imagining the real Gibson, the best Gibson.
Yeah, don't take it as I have a Gibson, I have money. Don't take it that way. Please do not take it that way.
Take it as he has a Gibson, he has family with money.
No, take it as this
Sugar daddy?
is... Fuck, I wish sometimes. Take it as this is a purchase I made when I was 15, 16 with like years of babysitting money set aside that drained my bank account.
And no other expenses.
And put me in the position I am today. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, wait, when that? It was 15. Because this is a 2011.
Yeah, that makes sense. No,
or 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what it'd be. Yeah.
Yeah. If we have any guitar nerds in the chat or listening after the fact, hello everybody, welcome. This guitar actually, it was it's just a nice Les Paul Junior.
Good stuff.
And I'm the only owner of it. It actually left the Gibson factory about a day before the FBI raid, or like the U.S. government raid on the Gibson USA factory in 2011, because of the type, like the specific woods that they were using, that there was like import laws.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the last guitars to like leave the factory with like those woods and that sort of thing, like that.
So like if the U.S. government is listening, then Nate has contraband, and
that were like
raid his house.
Yeah, no, but like that were like aged for like so many years, kind of thing. Like there is like a lot of things that Gibson had to restart wood wise. So yeah, I still love this thing. So you've seen a lot of this thing, especially Carter. So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Mostly the back of it, but yeah.
Yeah, or I guess not even the back of it. I guess you've seen the back of the neck.
Yeah.
My fat ass covered the back of the body at least. So
we got a couple people in the chat here. We've got we or Y saying let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
where's the horn? Thank you. We needed the horns. I was like, this feels awesome.
It felt weird without it. Yeah. And we got Justin saying he's here to see Twitter meme legend Nate or at Tate Nomis.
Do I wait? I guess it'd be this way. It'd be this way for the meme. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
There's the Ducks version of it for you. I guess I'm not wearing a Ducks jersey though.
Yeah. One day we'll get one. Yeah. Or you could just Photoshop it. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm wearing green and black, I guess. Slytherin wins the House Cup. Dumbledore crawling back from the dead. Fuck no, he did it.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Oh man. Yeah, spoilers for however long ago book and however long ago movie.
Yeah. Well,
that was like the first, sorry, not to like avoid the game. That was like the first like spoiler thing I had ever heard about as a kid. Was Snape killing Dumbledore.
Yeah. No, me too. Absolutely.
Yeah, like I remember there's a video going around of somebody, it was like the midnight release like of the book. And somebody drove past a line of people waiting to get the book, just yelling out their car window, Snape kills Dumbledore, and you just hear everybody freak the fuck out.
Yeah. Man, they were just trying to convince themselves the whole time, like even reading the chapter where that happens, like there's no way.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it was like I had seen the movie of Marley and Me as a kid, and then I read the book after the fact, right? And like the entire time, I'm still like, no, the dog's not going to die. It's okay.
Yeah.
Or like even on the Harry Potter topic, like rereading the 7th book, like the one that hit me, like everyone's like, oh, like Hedwig, or the one that got me was Dobby. And like every time like I read it again, I was just like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's okay. And it still happened. And I'm just like, fuck me.
Well, I know that this is a post-game show, so we should probably talk about the game.
The game.
Once again, 2-0. 2-0 loss for the Ducks once again. What else is new? Yeah, just new year, same old shit. Ducks losing, getting shut out.
Excuse me. I think you want to turn around that 2022 negativity and bring on the 2023 positivity here, because that's a 2-0 shutout win for the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah, it is.
But if you want to still stay negative, that's 2 additional points that removes us from Connor Bedard.
Very unfortunate.
Like, before we hopped on here, I just ran out to my kitchen quick just to fill up my water, and my girlfriend was there. I'm like, the Ducks actually won, but I don't know how to feel about it. She's like, what do you mean you don't want them to win? I'm like, no, because it puts them away from Bedard even more. I'm like, you've been watching the World Juniors with me. And she's just like, oh yeah, oh okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like on one hand, yay, we shut out the Stars. That was just going to be a disaster of a sentence. I don't know if you heard me.
We shit out the Stars or what?
Shit out the Stars is like what I felt like.
Sean Connery.
We shut out the Stars, so like, yay, that's awesome, because like they were first in the Central, were they not? I mean, they probably still are first in the Central.
Yeah, they are. Believe so.
Yeah, 52 points in 40 games, but to be fair, they played the most games in the Central. So, but on the other hand, it's like, oh no, Connor Bedard, but we're also still probably last in the league. So. No, 30th. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we haven't been last 30th. In the league for a while. Yeah.
Now, mind you, before everyone gets into a panic here, the Ducks have now played 39 games. Chicago's played 37. Columbus has played 36.
Yeah. Chicago still does have a lower points percentage, like a significantly lower one, and almost as low of a goal differential, which I didn't even think was going to be possible. That's wild. Minus 61 for the Blackhawks, minus 68 for us. Jeez.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Lucas Dostal made that differential better for a little bit there.
just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we've got lots of exciting things to talk about. We were pretty negative in the pre-recorded part that you guys that are listening live will hear later, and if you're listening,
we were talking about it
tomorrow,
before, though. We were talking about it before, though. It's still well deserved, I think, and it's still.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not like
there's still a lot to complain about. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, did we just throw it out? And I'm like, no, because it'll be relevant. Start in the game against San Jose, it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, I am genuinely serious when I say I think this is actually the best for sure this season. This is the best the Ducks have played.
I think it's the best game this year. Yeah.
I almost want to go as far to say as this is the best. Fuck, are you kidding? You're that guy that would order a pizza and have it be delivered after midnight just to say, I've been waiting for this for a year, aren't you?
When I left work before like New Year's, like on the whatever the last day was.
Yeah. See you next year.
Yeah, I said see you next year to literally everybody. And the people that I didn't say it to said it to me, and then so I said it back.
Okay, so, I guess if everybody's doing it. You're the only guy in the office, though. But I go as far to say is this is maybe the best game I've seen from the Ducks, like overall, right? Like as a team game. It's maybe not like the best score, but just the best overall game.
What, you're not happy about 2-0?
Since we started this show.
Oh, damn. That's a hot take.
And that's a long ass fucking time.
That
was 2019.
That's 3.5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say this season, or like within the last 365 days type of year. But yeah, in terms of like best game just as a whole since we started doing this show, I mean, I don't really remember much from the first year, and then the second year, like a little bit more maybe. Like it's just because I've been so long ago. But
I was gonna say, to be fair, those first 2 years are like, I remember kind of like the first part of it, and then I guess the Ducks stopped playing once COVID hit because they didn't make the playoffs or anything like that.
Yeah, so we had almost a full calendar year of no Ducks hockey, but
yeah, which was really interesting. But like, it just that entire time as a whole was such a blur.
Yeah.
Right. Like I remember doing like a couple of the early episodes and whatnot, and then it just kind of jumps to like part
the
way
last
in season 3,
like year.
Yeah. So
yeah, no, I feel that too. But yeah, no, I 100% agree that this was like the most complete game in recent memory. I'll go at least as far as to say that for the Ducks. Like there's very little to be upset about. Like you could get upset maybe about the shots, like, hey, maybe we could have more shots, maybe we could let less against us, but like that feels really nitpicky at this point. Like it's hard to be that nitpicky when you win a game 2-0 against the top team in the Central Division. So
the only thing, like looking stats wise, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's be. It's maybe nitpicky, maybe not, depending on how you want to look at it. But I guess let's kind of do the little bit of the negatives first here, which like we'll go over because the one we've kind of talked about before. And let's start with that one. The penalties, only 8 minutes in penalties, but there were some penalties in there that like just like we've talked about discipline from this team before.
Yeah, when you're the most penalized team in a game that really wasn't very chippy or scrappy, and like you probably didn't need to take like any penalties at all.
Yeah,
it's when you're giving up 4 power plays, that's not great. And
to Dallas.
They
have a decent power play, do they not?
Yeah, I want to say it's top 3 in the league from when we looked earlier. Top 2. It's tied with Buffalo for the second best power play at 28.1%.
Buffalo has the best power play. Jesus Christ.
Second best.
Or second best. Okay. Yeah. Still though, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's very impressive. But like if you're Troy Terry and you're taking a penalty, what was it, tripping? Which to be fair, it was a soft call, to be fair. But you got to
Jamie Benn's also soft. So
yeah, I mean, he probably shampoos his beard like twice a day, but because it looks very soft that way. But
I mean, I do that, but
twice a day.
Okay, maybe not twice a day. I just make sure it looks good.
Yeah. You just keep it clean. You're a well-kept man. Yeah,
exactly.
Anyways, but yes, Jamie Benn is soft enough that he probably washes his beard twice a day. Which I guess if you're a hockey player, kind of that might make sense. Yeah. But also,
I mean, I guess once I'm back in the gym, like I do kind of like shower twice a day. So I guess, technically. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Anyway,
so you're soft too.
I'm soft too, but not as soft as Jamie Benn.
Yeah. But yeah, like you still gotta, if you're Troy Terry, you have to be aware that, you're not the best team in the league and you're facing one of the best teams in the league. So maybe just keep your stick just away from the skates in the last 2 minutes of a game that you're winning. Just to save all of our hearts a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we don't need that kind of stress in here. It's 2023. It's a new year. There's no stress in 2023.
No, please. I can't handle it. And then I guess the most penalized guy in this game, Trevor Zegras. The first one, yes, that is a slash Z. You're gonna get called that all day, right? It's on the hand, on the top hand as well, right? It's not even close to the puck. I want to talk about the second penalty for a second here.
Yeah.
Because they did talk about it in the intermission as well. And it's one of those, like, you're a fucking idiot for doing this, but you're laughing as it's when you're mad at your kid, but you're laughing at the same time. Not that I have kids, but
you were laughed at and got mad at quite a lot.
Yeah, it's like your parents are trying to tell you that you did wrong, but they're laughing at what you did, right? So they're like they're chuckling, like you can't be doing that, but like that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Like when a kid like drops an F-bomb or whatever, like they drop their toy and they're like, oh fuck, and it's like, okay, like that's hilarious and cute, but like no.
Yeah, it's okay, really quick. It's Shaver. It's, you remember Mr. Shaver, my homeroom teacher in high school there. There was a kid in our class, we were all just like silently working, and this kid just ripped a fart, and everybody heard it. And the kid follows it up with, "Oh shit, sorry." And so like he's trying to stifle his laugh as he's like, "Thanks for apologizing, but the language that you used," his thing was push-ups as like punishment. So he's like, "Yeah, like thanks for apologizing, but because you swore, but you were apologizing, I'll only make it 10 instead of 20 or something like that." So it's kind of like that, where Jamie, or not
sorry,
Jamie,
who was it?
Who was the kid?
Yeah.
I don't remember what his name was.
Oh, you didn't know him that well.
No, I had him, I think, in 1 or 2 gym classes. He was the school stoner. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. We could probably get there.
We can get there eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, it's one of those, like, well, yeah, I said Jamie earlier. Trevor, like, you can't do that, bud. You can't just take the stick out of the guy's hands and try to use it.
Yeah.
He must have been watching Bobby Ryan highlights or something like that, right? Because every Ducks fan's mind went to in 2010 there, right? So
yeah, they even showed the clip too, which was fun because I hadn't seen that in a while. So
yeah, so if you need a refresh, I can kind of give it to you here. There's a battle in the corner. This is for like the Bobby Ryan incident. Where Bobby Ryan and Mikko Koivu both lost their sticks. Mikko Koivu playing for the Minnesota Wild, and Koivu had picked up, just accidentally had picked up Bobby Ryan's stick.
I thought he took it out of his hand,
or that happened.
Something. Or
Either way, Koivu ended up with Ryan's stick, so Ryan had to pick up Koivu's stick, and he's kind of confused for a second because it's also the wrong hand. Koivu's a lefty, Ryan's a righty. And so he's using a left-handed stick.
Which means Koivu was also using the wrong hand.
Yeah, exactly. And but the puck got over not long after to Ryan, who shot it in technically forehand, but technically backhand at the same time.
Backhand of the stick, forehand for him.
Yeah. And instantly holds it up to Koivu, showing that it was his stick that he scored with.
Yeah.
So I was kind of getting confused with some of the wording and had to kind of lock it down. So it was a rule at the time that you can't do that. So I did pull up the rule, rule 10.3. So a player who has lost or broken his stick may receive a replacement stick by having one handed to him from his own player's bench, by having one handed to him by a teammate on the ice, or by picking up his own unbroken stick or that of a teammate from the ice. A player will be penalized if he throws or shoots a stick to a teammate on the ice, or if he picks up and plays with an opponent's stick. A player may not. I just kind of copied and pasted part of this here. A player may not participate in the play using a goalkeeper's stick. I want to see that though. That would
be wildly impressive.
Yeah, a minor penalty shall be imposed for an infraction of this rule. So there's the rule, which it was. But by my understanding, it was around in 2010, but just got mixed up in just like the refs were unaware that the sticks got swapped.
Yeah.
Right. So, and it's not like now where they were doing like a shit ton of reviews on every little thing. Right. So the goal stood. And I think the next
and I think like the spirit of this rule is like you can't just like rip the stick out of somebody's hand, or if like you are battling with them and they fall to the ice, you can't just like, and they drop their stick, you can't just like pick it up and throw it, or like it's that kind of thing. Whereas like if you're skating around, you're like, oh fuck, I don't have my stick. Oh, there's a stick on the ground. I'm gonna pick this. Oh, wrong hand. Oh well, like it's different. Like yes, it's technically against the rules, but it's not really like the spirit of the rule.
I don't even know about that, because or if he picks up and plays with an opponent's stick.
Well,
it's just laid out like flat there, right? So
yeah, like it says that, but it's again, it's like if the player was gonna pick up the stick and you were like, no, this is mine now, I'm taking it, and they're like, what the fuck, this is my stick, like yours is broken, go to the bench kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's more so like if you're deliberately stealing it. If it's like, oh, this is just a stick on the ice, I'm picking it up, and then nobody's like pissed off and they just grab the wrong stick or whatever, then it's like not a big deal.
So the next incident of that though didn't come around until 2016, and our friend Kaylee knows this, well, not knows this player, but loves this player very much. Chris Letang found out about the rule in 2016 when he picked up who's whose stick was it here? I thought I'd seen what the thought I'd seen the name. Anyway, yeah, Chris Letang had picked up a Tampa Bay Lightning player's stick and got penalized for it. Everyone, that was kind of like the showing of the showing of the rule for the first time. I guess, but yeah, I was just laughing at that, right away, like as he's got his hand in under his arm, basically trying to grab the stick and use it. I'm like, Trev, you can't do that, dude.
Yeah. So not the smartest penalty that has ever been taken, but I mean, they didn't score on that opportunity, so you get a pass this time, Trevor.
Yeah, the only other thing that now this one is a nitpick, but it does obviously help games. The face-offs were horrible for the Ducks tonight. 62% in favor of Dallas in this game. So,
and I mean, it makes sense. They've got a lot of good veterans on that team that are face-off wizards. So it's
that is true.
It does kind of make sense, but we kind of made up for it in just our puck battles with Dallas. We lost a lot of face-offs, but we worked hard to get the puck back, either when it was on a Dallas player's stick or if it was a loose puck in a board battle. We were in there a lot more than I'd say we usually are. Yeah. So in a sense, it kind of makes up for it that way. I mean, if face-offs were more 50-50 or more in the Ducks' favor or even just less in favor of the Stars, things probably go a lot better if you still have that work ethic.
Yeah.
But this time we definitely does the NHL app not show possession time? Apparently not. That's okay. It's not the most important thing I want to see. But I think it definitely kind of made up for it there. So
yeah, for sure. What else did I have here? Is there anything else is there anything specific that you want to talk about here? Well, I guess before that's not on on the outline.
That's not on here. Yeah. I guess just kind of in relation to the working hard aspect. Mason McTavish was a machine tonight. He was probably the hardest working player. He was one of the hardest working players on the Ducks. I'll say that for sure. But goal and an assist tonight. He was playing on the top line. He was centering the top line. I don't know exactly how many faceoffs he took. I don't know if Henrique maybe took a few of them as well. But it's he didn't look out of place at getting those kind of minutes, anyways.
He didn't, but strangely, his time dropped off because I think when he got interviewed in the first intermission, it showed he had played 6:40 something, I think, in the first period.
Okay.
But then ended the game 16:20. So his numbers dropped off in the second and third period.
I wonder if it was because the second period had the majority of the penalties. Yeah, we took 3 penalties in the second, so that's 6 minutes gone to the penalty kill, which McTavish doesn't play on right there. So that definitely eats into his minutes.
Which is fair. So, but even with the power plays, he had a minute 25 on the power play.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. And we only had the one power play too, right? So it's not
as he's supposed to be the first line guy in that game, right? Unless the whole line kind of got shifted.
Yeah. Which, I was just gonna look up here to see.
Henrique McTavish, Terry played 11:42, which was second for 5-on-5. First was 12:20. Zegras, Strome, Vetrano.
Zegras, Strome, Vetrano. Okay, so
which I'm not. The line played good. Both those two lines played good. I'm still not sure how I feel about it though. I think I would personally rather go back to the Henrique Zegras Terry, but I guess kind of as we talked about earlier, the offense just kind of dried up. I guess you have to try something. This is the one time where it's I can't be critical of trying something different. At least and
especially when you win 2-0,
this changeup at least makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. It's not something that we pulled out of a hat that has no offense to him, but Sam Carrick on the first line or something like that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like it does at least make sense. So I think I want to see it maybe for another game or two. Like I hope it doesn't get broken up right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to see a little bit more of it. So like it still played well, but it wasn't my favorite thing tonight, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just looking at individual time on ice, just at 5-on-5 through natural stat trick. Just looking at forwards here, not defensemen. Troy Terry played the most at 5-on-5, just over 17 minutes. And Mason McTavish played just shy of 15 minutes, 14:55 at 5-on-5. So a whole 2-minute difference. But yeah, Terry, Strome both had 17 approximately. And then Vetrano, Zegras had 15 minutes, as well as McTavish. So like he's kind of right up there. Like if you round it, it's
yeah.
Or sorry, no, Vetrano, Zegras was 16. I think I said 15, and then McTavish was 15. So like, yeah, it's slightly less than some of the other guys, but like it's not egregious compared to other guys at 5-on-5. So, and then yeah, like you said, 125 on the power play, which we had one of, and then he didn't play penalty kill. So, whereas Henrique played played 4 minutes on the penalty kill, it looks like. So, which is impressive. I never really noticed him on the penalty kill, but that's a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah, I just took a look at the time on ice 5-on-5 as well, and you're able to do it on Money Puck as well. Yeah, McTavish 14:55 of that was 5-on-5.
Yeah. So it's not like super egregious. Like 16 minutes sounds low, but compared to a bunch of other guys, it's kind of exactly what you want. So
it's fifth in terms of forwards. So okay, yeah. I retract my statement then that it seemed low.
Yeah. It's just that it's like similar to what he was playing when he was centering the third and fourth lines.
Yeah, so it just kind of seemed off.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm with you that I like Henrique, Zegras, Terry, but I also don't hate McTavish, Henrique, Terry. So
it's maybe too much of the power play, but you know what? Fuck it. Whoever
run center... 5 forwards, 5-on-5 all the time. Who needs defensemen?
No. Don't give Eakins that idea. Don't you fucking dare. It doesn't matter really who you center, I guess, because both guys can do it. McTavish, Zegras, Terry. It's too power play, but I want it. Just for the lulls.
It would be fun, and I'm sure that we will see it at some point, if not this year, maybe next year. Just as the team stands right now, Henrique, Strome, Vetrano. Yes, Henrique is having a phenomenal season, and that's one thing actually I meant to praise earlier, / later for the listeners. But yeah, Henrique's having a phenomenal season, and I really hope that we don't trade him at the deadline, because I think he could be a huge piece moving forward and just like continuing the development, I guess, of some of our young guys. Like he's kind of like Getzlaf light in a way, where he's like his work ethic is just contagious in a way, and like he has great chemistry with Zegras. We saw great chemistry with McTavish tonight, and he has chemistry with Terry as well. So yeah, I really don't want to see Henrique go anywhere. I think he's slowly developing into maybe the player that the Ducks need, just someone to go and get the puck, shoot when he should shoot, and pass when he should pass. Like he's just kind of doing everything right these days. And I just kind of noticed it like over the other 4 games. I totally forgot to bring it up, but yeah, in this game too, it was Henrique's just like occasionally noticeable, and when he is, I'm like, damn, that was a good play. Who was that? Oh, Henrique, what? So yeah, it's just nice, and I really just don't hope I hope that we see the value in that, and we don't trade him away at the deadline just because we're like, ooh, first round pick, shiny, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of thinking about that earlier, because I'm like, that's the guy that could fetch you the most, but that's a guy that you want to keep. That's a guy you want to keep around for the next couple of years, because he is this year next on his contract, I think.
Potentially. I'd like a decent number too.
Yeah. He's not a Klingberg where I'm hoping that you get a massive haul for him and
where like
get him
any
out of town.
anything above a 4th round pick is a steal.
like me thinking about him trade wise is he's a player that the fans like, and it would be nice to see him win a cup.
Henrique? Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I don't think he has.
No, he hasn't.
No. Because I was like, oh yeah, no, he played for New Jersey, and I was like, New Jersey win the cup? No, they lost to LA there that year. Yep.
Henrique is currently the 4th highest paid player. Actually, here's a better way to phrase this. He is the 3rd highest paid player currently under contract next season at $5.825 million. Cam Fowler and John Gibson are the only 2 that make more than him. But so when you put it that way, it's like, oh shit, how is he the 3rd highest paid player? But $5.825 million, we sign Troy Terry and Zegras and Drysdale.
Yeah, that'll change pretty quickly here this summer.
Yeah, he's going to quickly drop down that list. And then you're like, damn, we've got a top 6 forward who does a little bit of everything: power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5, works hard for under $6 million. You're not going to find much better value on anywhere in the NHL. And if I remember correctly, that article from The Athletic we talked about a few weeks ago, Henrique was one of 3 that had a positive like surplus value, that he was like outplaying his contract, or one of 4, because I think.
Oh yeah, the player cards from Precision.
Yeah, because Zegras, Terry, McCavish were outplaying their salaries, right? And then I think Henrique was,
like their market
if not,
values.
He was very, very close.
Yeah, or their projected market value.
Yeah. And then everyone else was negative. So like, yeah, it's a good deal, is my point.
Yeah. Okay, so I kind of went, what the fuck? If you rewatch this and go back, you can see when I read this, because I kind of go wide-eyed, like, what the fuck? So the NHL has like little player bios on each player's page.
Oh yeah.
And this is just a wild opening sentence. I feel like I want to know more to this, but I also want to know the relevancy, like hockey wise, I guess.
Okay. Is this for Adam Henrique?
Yeah.
Okay.
The son of a tobacco and ginseng farmer, Henrique was selected by the New Jersey Devils in the 3rd round, number 82 of the 2008 NHL draft. I'm like, okay, why does that in particular need to be in there? But also, I need the backstory just as a whole, please.
Yeah. The son of a tobacco and ginseng farmer.
Yeah.
Where is he from?
He is from. Is he not? He's from Brantford, Ontario. He's a Canadian.
Huh. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I meant like specifically like what town? Brantford?
Yeah, Brantford.
I've literally never heard of that.
Brantford.
What is Brantford known for? City of Brantford.
That's just such a wild opening line.
Yeah, it is.
Like for the NHL website.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like Brantford is literally just like a hole in the wall town, but like just like some small middle of buttfuck nowhere town that's surrounded by tobacco farms. Like it's a city with like 100,000 people in it.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
Just so random.
I mean, maybe he's from just outside of there, and it's like Brantford, close enough,
Brantford.
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like how people from, I'm assuming, like in kind of the suburbs of Anaheim, are like, I'm from Anaheim. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with that. Like for that one in particular, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but anyways.
Okay, so I got 2 more things here, really quickly. John Gibson's head must have been pounding after like going into like he had to have taken some Tylenol or something like that because he took at least 2 shots off the mask in the first 2 periods.
Yeah.
That poor matte orange paint job on that mask. But you know what though? That's 2 shots off the mask that counted as 2 saves of his 30, what was it, 35 tonight.
Yeah.
That got him his first shutout in 14 months.
Yeah. And I mean, if those didn't hit him in the mask and they went in instead, we're talking a whole different game.
Yep.
So thank you to John Gibson's face for the shutout tonight.
And just a reminder to kids and parents to please invest in a good mask. Honestly, it is so black and white, the difference. I went from one mask, I remember that like I got domed in the forehead and like I was on concussion watch for a bit, and the next season got the mask that I currently use. That was just like a new mask at that point, like just a good one, like not the one just a better one. And I took that same shot, felt nothing.
Yeah.
So invest in your head, everybody. But yeah, so that shutout tonight, his first in 14 months, also gave him his 173rd win as an Anaheim Duck, tying him for second in franchise history for wins by a goaltender with Guy Hebert.
Nice.
So next up is J.S. Giguère, 30 away at 203.
At the current pace, he might do that this decade. No, but in seriousness, I mean, if the Ducks have not the worst season that we've ever witnessed with our own eyeballs next year, then he hits that next year. Because, I mean, we still have about half a season to go, which, how many wins do the Ducks have this season?
This season, they now have 11.
Okay. And what? I know it's in here. 4 of those are attributable to Dostal or Stolarz. Well, 2 to Dostal. Probably 2 to Stolarz, I would say.
Yeah,
so
2
7.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's even just assume that every win for the rest of the season is John Gibson in net. Then, yeah, another 11 wins for him. Then he's only 19 away from tying, 20 away from passing Giguère.
So he'll do it in 2 seasons.
yeah, over this season, and then probably before the end of 2023, honestly. Oh, wait. Well, maybe.
The Ducks would have to get drastically better.
Yeah, sorry. I guess it would theoretically be possible. Yeah, I don't know.
Like it totally is possible. But on the team that he's on right now, it's less probable. We'll go with that.
Fair. That's fair.
And I guess speaking of Gibby as well, we got a question from Way here. What do y'all think of Gibson being played 4 games in a row?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of touch on this a little bit later in the episode, which again you can hear tomorrow when we talk. It's more specifically about Dostal. But considering it's Gibson and Stolarz now that have been up for a couple of games, I think we can kind of answer this question a little differently. So
he's had 2 really good games. He's had 2 not so great games.
And those were kind of in the middle of the 2 good games.
So I'm right here with Lucas. He needs to have a break. You can't. We've seen it time and time again. You can't keep running this guy into the ground, especially coming right back from injury. Right. So the game on is that on? No, not Thursday because today's Wednesday. Friday. Against San Jose, you gotta play, especially because you have Boston on the Sunday. You got to play Stolarz against San Jose, I think.
Yeah. It's difficult because I would never not start a goalie after they post a shutout, especially when wins, let alone shutouts, are so hard to come by. But I do agree, especially because the 2 wins we've had against San Jose this year, Stolarz was in net. The 2 shootout wins, sorry.
Yeah.
So
I mean, unless
So it does make a lot of sense, right?
It's a balancing act of like a bunch of different plates, basically, right? Because you're not supposed to be good, and so you want the best chance at Connor Bedard.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you want to improve and win games, right?
Yeah.
So it's like wins are almost like are bittersweet, weirdly, this year.
Mm-hmm.
On one hand, it's for the idea of the best chance at Bedard. It's okay if Gibson has more, let's just say, less than average games.
Yeah.
Overall, right?
If he's less consistent, it helps the team in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he is absolutely but if he's really good and wins games, that puts you further away from Bedard. If he's really bad and you're, I don't know, looking at the time that Dostal had up and you're going, oops, maybe we could potentially try to shop John Gibson around and help our future a little bit more.
Yeah.
Then it's like you just need him to play like right down the middle and above kind of thing.
Yeah, just
so, like,
consistently slightly above average is what will give him the best trade value going into the trade deadline that is literally 2 months away.
So. Yeah, it's the entire season in Galaxy branding for the Anaheim Ducks this year has gotten into a weird spot.
It really has, yeah.
Where like in ways
I don't envy Pat Verbeek at all either for the decisions he's going to have to make. But
like in ways the team and individuals have improved, but at the same time they've not as well. And you want to see improvement, but at the same time you don't want to see it too fast this season because you want to give yourself the best chance at. Just think for a second here. Just like I was saying that the power play line of a McTavish, Zegras, Terry might be too much. Bedard, McTavish, Zegras.
Yeah. And then you can put Terry on the second line with Henrique and
or even
Strome
think about it, or even that was so in sync. I love that. Yeah. Let's even like think about a power play for a second here. McTavish, Zegras, Terry, Bedard, Drysdale is the quarterback. What the fuck?
Yeah, and honestly,
right?
honestly, this I totally forgot Drysdale was existent because we haven't seen him for so long. But my mind immediately went to is that.
Don't forget my boy Jamie. Confirm Jamie Drysdale hater. You're welcome, Allie.
Someone had to do it. My mind immediately went to is next season. Are the Ducks the first team ever to have like a consistent 5 forward power play with McTavish, Terry, Zegras, Bedard, and Henrique, or Comtois, or like literally whoever the fuck you want? Like, yes, Fowler or Drysdale or somebody like that would be beneficial to have quarterbacking that because they have the puck moving ability and the vision. But like, fuck, you really could do a 5 forward power play, and what are teams going to do? Power plays are going to last 15 seconds at most. So
yeah, no, I think when you got a guy like Jamie Drysdale, or even as Jake brings up, potentially Olin Zellweger, it's
if not next year, the year after. Yeah,
you're set on your offensive defenseman on the as the quarterback guy. Like you're set.
That's
there.
True.
I think you don't have to risk the 5 forwards.
Yeah,
kind of thing, right? So
either way, it's going to be absolutely disgusting. Is the point?
It has the potential to be disgusting. It just the money needs to work out, and one of the guys that we're talking about in there hasn't even been drafted yet, let alone by the Anaheim Ducks. So it's total like daydreaming. We've been watching a lot of the World Juniors, obviously being and a lot of Bedard being Canadians.
Yeah.
So we're just like loving everything about this kid, and like as a fan of another team in the division, that would suck. As somebody who covers the Ducks and does have like a step in the fandom here, and would love to be the one to cover that kid for 82 games, just as much as I love covering Zegras and Drysdale and Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like that just is like, give me that,
Yeah.
please. So
yeah, Lucas says here,
I
come
think,
back to reality. Yeah, we were we were daydreaming. I don't know, like
the marketability for the NHL, like, not saying that they're gonna sway the draft or anything like that. Okay. But just the marketability for the NHL for a skill guy, like kind of, you would get everything in the Anaheim Ducks essentially, right? For highlights, right? You get flashy plays out of Zegras. You would get whatever Connor McDavid gives you on a nightly basis. That at a point you just go, yeah, it's Connor McDavid. Show me something else. Like, you just get so like desensitized to it, essentially, right? They're just like, okay, yeah, like we've seen that. But you see any other player do it and you're like, holy shit. And then just the overall around play, I guess, of Mason McTavish.
So, sorry, when you're talking about Connor McDavid, I'm assuming you meant Connor Bedard.
Yeah, like Bedard for
Bedard.
McDavid kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, the like highlight after highlight that you eventually are just like, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
So like that would just be insanely marketable for the NHL on that team alone, right? And then it would all be so perfect as well for the new like kind of Anaheim hub that they're kind of trying to make. I forget what it's called. There's rumors of the rebrands or like soft rebrand for the Ducks that might be around the same time, right? I haven't been able to nail down anything 100% solid on it, but been kind of hearing bits here and there. Like, it would all just be like so damn good, right? It'd just be like the perfect swell of everything. So
yeah,
it does sound a little too good. I'm trying to temper expectations here, but like even just like the Bedard aspects of it, right? So, but again, you could kind of improve starting next season, be really enticing to some free agents, right? And this team could pick up pretty quickly.
Oh, for sure. So. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Just to tie things back to this game, and then we can probably get out of here, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's getting a wee bit late.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this now? Oh, yes. And then also to kind of answer the question here about Gibson being played for 4 games in a row. Relate to that, yeah. Which we did. I mean, it's fine. He got to win, so sure. But maybe play somebody else a little bit more, like Stolarz or Dostal. But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard to be upset about his play here. Like and just the team's play in general. Like I don't want to take anything away from John Gibson because he did put on a phenomenal performance, and the 35 saves he had to make were not all easy saves by any means. But I think just the way that the team played in general really helped out with Gibson's ability to get that shutout. Just working hard, making things difficult for the Dallas Stars, like actually having offensive zone pressures to give John Gibson a bit of a rest in between pushes from the Dallas Stars, right? It's so we've been talking about Gibson needing to find some consistency. If I think the team can just play like this, how they did against the Stars, hell, even played 90% to that, or 90% of the time play like that. I think John Gibson isn't quite playing as tough of a minutes in the games that he is playing, and
it's not as rough on him physically or mentally.
Yeah, so then we'll find some consistency from him that way, and then maybe he can actually play 2 out of every, well, maybe not 2 out of every 3. We'll say, I don't know, 4 out of every 5, 5 out of every 6 games, and that's fine for him. So,
to add on to that really quickly, actually, because you're talking about like the guys in front. a defensive game is actually a thing for the Anaheim Ducks in this one. Apparently, they show they show that they can do it.
It's possible. Yep.
The Anaheim Ducks allowed one high danger shot on net.
From a very potent offense in the Dallas Stars. So
5 medium and 44 low, or chances. Sorry, not shots. So one high danger chance.
Yeah.
From the Dallas Stars. That's impressive. And 28 blocks the Ducks put up tonight.
Yeah, which is
Benoit nuts. Led the way with 6 and just shy of 1 second of 21 minutes of ice time tonight.
Is that the lead? Like, is that the highest time on ice?
For defenseman, Cam Fowler beats him on. Oh no, sorry. Cam Fowler beats him by 1 second. He has the 21 exactly. Dmitry Kulikov played 22:01, but he played 5 minutes and 8 seconds as well of shorthanded time. Benoit played 5:16 shorthanded.
Damn. So, I guess that would potentially be why that number seems so inflated. But I mean, if you're out there with 6 blocks, again, also probably on the penalty kill, like that's a good way to lead by example.
Yeah. Benoit put out 6 blocks, a single hit, but ended the game a +1.
Nice.
That was a really good game by him. So,
which I mean, that's the highest you could get because power play goals don't count.
Yeah, but just like the defensive play overall, like when was the last time you heard me talk about the defensive play being good from the Anaheim Ducks? Never.
2012.
This was a great game, and unfortunately, I think it's going to give John Gibson a little bit of a false sense of hope. I think.
Hey, whatever keeps him in a Ducks uniform.
Talking about back to reality, but yeah. Okay, I want to pull up this comment, and then there's one question, and then we can end it off here.
Okay.
Kevin says, I was going to ask about the game, but I noticed Sir Tate Namas let out the luscious locks and took my breath away. What luscious locks? I got no hair on my head. I had to do my hair today. I had to get my my picture retaken for my driver's license. So.
Oh yeah, I guess it's that time, hey.
But yeah. So fun fact, I guess for you, Carter. The last time I had my driver's license picture taken was when my hair was still like both my head and my face was growing back after I'd shaved it all off during that Halloween.
Oh wow.
So it's a little scruffy in that, but like short at the same time. Just like I'm trying to get it to a length that like you could style it all. So at least I look clean this time. So
yeah, no, that's nice.
But, okay, last question here, and then I think we're gonna wrap up. From Lucas, how much longer does Dallas Eakins have?
End of the season.
At this point, it's the end of the season, unless they go on another like massive losing streak.
But then,
and I mean like massive, like 10 plus again.
That takes you then till the end of February, probably. You have 3 months left in February, March, and April. You're not going to replace him at that point. And then would you not just want to embrace the tank for Connor Bedard? And your best chance at that is keeping Dallas Eakins around?
Like I said, as long as they don't lose embarrassingly night after night, it sounds bad. I'm fine with the losing though, right? As long as the team is making progress, that's fine. My gripe with Dallas Eakins was that the team was losing embarrassingly, and the team didn't seem to be making progress. Yeah. Individual players didn't seem to be making progress, right? And if they did, it seemed like it was more on their own accord than anything else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or more like out of spite. So, not saying that Dallas Eakins has turned a page on a bunch of guys and they're suddenly playing good, right? Like we're talking about one game that's 2-0. If you're listening to the full episode, we're about to go ham on the Ducks for their time over Christmas and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're not staying in this win high for forever kind of thing. So, but yeah, it's the end of the season, I think. Okay, this is the last one from Kevin. How does Zekins feel knowing that they want him there because he sucks? You know what? Yeah. At least it's useful for something.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. So.
And you know what? He's getting paid. We don't know what it is. I tried to look on Cap Friendly quickly, but they don't have it. He's getting paid a multi-million-dollar salary to be a head coach in the NHL. So
I don't know about
he's fine either way. Well, it's probably $2 million or more. I would. Well, actually, no. I don't know. No, you're probably right, I suppose.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't have his value.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at it right now. Why would I lie? I don't lie to you, Nate.
No, I'm just surprised because Cap Friendly is normally on everything.
Ducks probably never said so.
Which makes sense. It's the Anaheim Ducks. You're not the Toronto Maple Leafs or the New York Rangers or like a big market team.
Yeah.
Why are you so tight-lipped?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. But oh, here we go. This is potentially what I want. If we can sort by salary, the lowest salary, according to HockeyAnswer.com, which it looks like it literally just has all the cap-friendly numbers that are out there. The lowest one is Chicago's Luke Richardson, who signed this year, making $1.5 million per year. The highest is Todd McClellan at $5 million, but really only about half the coaches actually have a salary that is public. So most of them are between the $1.5 to $5 million range. So it's at least $1 million, anyways.
Yeah.
Most of them are in the 2 to 4 range. So,
I mean, $1 million to have your thumb up your ass and look smug on the bench when it's your fault. Sign me up.
But some people do that for free, hey?
I did it for free. Fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually tried.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to just quickly throw it over to our friends at DraftKings, promo code THPN, and we'll wrap things up on the other side here. Hockey fans, light the lamp this winter with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers can bet just $5 pre-game money line on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. If that wasn't enough excitement, you can turn small bets into bigger payouts with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more for your shot at an even bigger payout. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code THPN, bet $5 on any NHL team to win their game, and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. All right, so Ducks have played quite a few games already since our last episode. So let's we're not going to talk about all of them. We'll just kind of run through the scores and then give some overall thoughts. Probably get a little deeper into the Philly one since that was most recent. But yeah, the oldest game was against the Calgary Flames, a 3-2 overtime loss to Calgary there. So Ducks get a point out of that one. They get 2 points out of the Vegas Golden Knights in a 3-2 shootout win. And if I remember that one correctly, it was a nice Zegras move in the shootout. I think he got the lone goal there.
Terry also had the first shot.
Oh yeah, Terry got one.
Word on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the Flutter 5-hole that threw off Thompson there.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good. Get a couple points against the top team in the Pacific at the time. I think they're still up there too. And then and that was just right before Christmas, was it not? Oh no, this was all after Christmas.
Yeah, this is all after Christmas. Yeah. Calgary was Calgary was before Christmas. Vegas was the first game after.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, okay. And then 6-1 loss to the Predators, and then a 4-1 loss most recently on Monday night to the Philadelphia Flyers. So yeah, it's been kind of, well, not really all over the place. Like we got a couple overtime games that one went one way, one went the other way, and then just two two shellings, honestly. Like we just got bent over by a couple. It's hard to call any team that a bottom feeder when you're the Anaheim Ducks, right? But like to not even the best teams in the league in Philadelphia and Nashville. So it's we saw two very different types of games here, and yeah, one of them was okay, and the other is not.
Yeah, I will say that it's a bit of a roller coaster, actually. Like just from what I was able to watch of these games and taking a look at like the expected goals deserved to win meter and whatnot from moneypuck.com, like it was a little bit of it was a roller coaster in the sense of like imagine, if you will, for a second, a roller coaster. I feel like this is very impractical in real life, but a roller coaster that like zippers itself, like your one, like the cart kind of splits off and goes like two different things, right? So like depending on what side of the car you're sitting in, you might have a bit of a different experience, right? Like you might loop left rather than right.
I think you're onto something with that.
That'd be kind of fun, but I feel like it's impractical at the same time.
I don't know, man. I think all you need is some magnets. You know what? We're gonna cut this part out of the episode because I think that's $1 million idea right there, and someone's gonna steal it.
I just feel like it's $1 million idea, but it's also a $2 million lawsuit, so that's a loss.
I suppose, but man, would it be fucking fun?
It would be though. I feel like the only way you could make it work is if it was like single seat cars that like sit beside each other for parts of the ride. Yeah,
where they're like magneted together for most of it or whatever, and then like it splits apart somehow.
Yeah. Disney, hit me up if you want to do this for like a Star Wars Land thing in the future. Where was I going to? Oh yeah, right. The roller coaster analogy, because it's so like you're going down the track as the start is the game against Calgary, right? Which is a 3-2 overtime loss. Frankly, even though deserved to win meter only says like 68.2 in favor of Calgary. Watching that game, I didn't think that the Ducks should have been as close into it as they were. Now I'm going to bring in the Flames fan aspect a little bit here and say that's because the Flames and Daryl Sutter's questionable tactics as of late allowed that game to be a little bit closer than it should have been. Then you get to the Vegas game, and this is where we start to split off a little bit here, or actually quite drastically, because it comes 75% of the time that Vegas will win that game, but the Ducks manage to win it, right? So you're going wide here on it, and then you come back a little bit because the Preds, dominate for 60% of the game and wins 6-1. And then it goes back through kind of like the helix a little bit, where Anaheim dominates at 68%, but lose 4-1, almost 4-0, thanks to Dylan Strome scoring Brian Strome. Brian Strome.
He's been with the team for 4 months. So
there's been a lot of World Juniors talk, so I'm thinking Dylan a little bit.
That's fair.
Making it 4-1 with 10 seconds left in the game. So it's, I'll say it was a bit of a roller coaster, but like kind of like going in and out of each other. And this is my only dance move if you're watching on the dance floor. I suck otherwise. But
no hip movement. It's just all in the hands. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't even know how you did that. I was like, oh, that's easy. I can do that. But like, I just feel like I'm like, I don't know, playing with Play-Doh. Like a large mound.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like imagine you're playing with slime and you're just like putting it back and forth over your hands. It's really just going in circles.
Oh, like doing like the thing.
You're just moving your wrists.
Like the thing that like ninjas can do with like broomsticks or whatever.
Like nunchucks? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Like the like a staff.
Like a staff?
There's a fancier word for it.
Yeah,
it's like kind of like that where you're
this doesn't look right when you don't have it. Yeah, that thing.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Darth Maul. There you go.
Sure. Yeah.
But where the fuck was what with the roller coaster analogy?
How
the 4 games went. Right. Okay. So yeah, we managed to pull out 3 points out of the first 2 games by, in my opinion, some miracle. Christmas miracle.
Somehow. Yeah.
Right? Like it's the only thing I can chalk it up to at this point. And then we come back down to earth against the Preds and the Flyers. The Preds game, okay, like you're looking at the expected goals, and 3.75 Nashville, 3.23 Anaheim. So like the chances and whatnot like seem relatively close, right? It's more in how teams played against each other.
Yeah.
But it's also like UC Saros didn't like he just played solid, but that alone just deterred everything.
That like just a slightly above average performance by the goaltender was enough to
like
just beat the Ducks. Like
the interesting thing with UC Saros is like everyone. I was watching a thing about it the other day, just like something on TikTok is like a goalie school that had popped up. But it was very relevant because I too am also a small goaltender, and this was something that I was taught, like always taught, like you gotta like you gotta constantly cut down the angle and that sort of thing, right? Like play it really far out and that sort of thing. But as a small goaltender, then you don't have the limbs to like stretch and that kind of thing, right? So for UC Saros, who's 5'11", that's not like a short person by any means. But in terms of NHL goaltenders, that is tiny as fuck.
Yeah.
But he was just positionally sound for the most of it, right? And that gave him a 2.23 goal save above expected. Right? Yeah. Like UC Saros knows how to play. I mean, like he's a starting goalie in the NHL. This is gonna sound ridiculous, but the guy knows how to play goalie, okay? Like whereas
like he's not just like all athleticism. He like has the hockey IQ and like the awareness and knowledge to like be more efficient about it. Yeah.
Smaller goalies almost have to play better positionally than taller goalies. Yeah. If that makes sense. And then you had John Gibson on the other side who came off of a pretty good game against the Vegas Golden Knights, who just suddenly, not with any help in front of him as usual, but just kind of forgot how to play goalie, it seemed again.
Yeah.
Right. So just kind of that consistency that is that not what I actually, it's been like 3 weeks since we recorded at this point. Is that not what I talked about in the New Year's resolutions, was that I wanted to see more consistency out of John Gibson?
I think it was. Yeah.
Case in point here, Vegas, Nashville. Thank you, everybody. I'm done here. So like that didn't really help, but just the play of the team in front didn't help overly either. Just like a lot of slot chances. Are we surprised?
Yeah. What else is new? Yeah.
From the top hash mark to the crease was 3 of the 6 goals. Right, so they're getting those chances. What should we do about that, Dallas? Just leave it. That's fine. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Defensive coverage in the slot does not win you Connor Bedard. Nate, come on.
No, and I am
use those brain cells.
To be fair, I have the it's the third period right now as we're recording this of Canada and the US. Canada's up 4-2. I've been watching Bedard, especially this entire tournament, and I'm just like, God, 1, this kid is not human, and 2, from the coverage side, I guess, that we do of the Anaheim Ducks, I want this kid on the team. I want him on the team. I couldn't stand it, I don't think, just as a hockey fan, if Chicago gets him.
Yeah.
Or like I was listening to my girlfriend got a trial with Sirius XM radio, and so I threw on the NHL network for a little bit of our drive, and they were talking about like where would you want Bedard to go, kind of out of like the bottom 3, which I believe still remains Columbus, Anaheim, and Chicago.
Yeah.
And they were kind of talking about like you want a place that you can kind of give him sheltered minutes, right? But
also like room to grow. Like he's not going to be stuck behind, say, like Sidney Crosby or Nathan McKinnon, like or somebody who's like,
exactly.
You're not taking them out of the top 6 or the top 3, essentially. Yeah. Like he's going to start low, but quickly work his way up. That makes sense.
But then I kind of laughed because they went, yo, what about Columbus, and put him between Patrick Laine and Johnny Gaudreau, which, as awesome as that would be, that doesn't sound like sheltered minutes to me.
No.
But yeah, and also just like it's getting better, the conversation overall around Columbus. So I'm not going to shit on the Blue Jackets,
Mhm.
but at the moment, it's not a very exciting place. Let's call it that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. San Jose, let's talk about the bottom 5 for a second. San Jose is they're San Jose is similar to Anaheim, but a little bit worse in the sense of they're lying in the bed that they're lying in the bed now that they've made.
Yeah.
And that's not on the current GM, that's on the prior GM with bad contract signings that are still impacting the team. Now, apparently Erik Karlsson, that deal for this season is looking like a steal. And I don't know. I see shit like that and I'm just like, what do I know about this sport anymore?
Yeah.
But like that's kind of a situation where like he's going to be stuck for a little bit on a not great team. And I know I'm saying that as somebody who watches Troy Terry, Mason McTavish, and Trevor Zegras on a bi-nightly basis.
Being stuck on a shit team.
Yeah. Then you have the Arizona Coyotes, which I do think this would be fun, but at the same time, do you want the first 3 years of Connor Bedard or 2 to 3 years of him playing in a college arena, which actually give me 2 seconds here.
Although if I totally remove myself from any sort of affiliation,
sorry, everybody.
As let's pretend I am like Elliot Friedman, because he's the first one that comes to mind, where it's like I might have a favorite team, but like I am just, I have to come across that I like every team equally, if that makes sense. If I put myself into that mindset, what we've seen now out of Arizona playing in that arena is it's a lot of fun, and Arizona does well, and the fans are a fucking blast and a half there. And then, so there's not only that, where I think, the whole city or the whole fan base in Arizona would just absolutely rally around Connor Bedard and just like worship him. And I think that would be a lot of fun. He would also then be playing with Dylan Guenther. And watching what those two have done in the tournament, especially on the power play, I think give it 2 years, Arizona is a playoff team if they get Connor Bedard.
I'll go
they're making the playoffs. They're making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm saying making the playoffs too. From an outsider's perspective, I am kind of like chomping at the bit to see Arizona actually be good.
Yeah.
Right? Because that team moved from Winnipeg, was that 90, 95, 90? No, when was that? Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Arizona Coyotes moved to Arizona. Founded 1972. No, that was the Winnipeg Jets. Get off my lawn. I love how the first people also ask when I search up Arizona Coyotes on Google, are the Coyotes moving out of Arizona?
Yeah.
Followed by, does Gretzky own the Coyotes? No, he does not. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 96. Okay, so this team is a year older than you and I.
Yeah.
And what we got, was it 2014 they went to the Western Conference Final? Otherwise, this is a team that's been stuck in irrelevancy as well, besides the fact that they had Wayne Gretzky as their coach for a little bit.
Yeah. As a kid, that's all I knew about them.
Yeah. For me, though, and I kind of laughed about it because it got brought up a little bit more recently with the Ovechkin 800 and whatnot. For me, I kind of laughed because I remember Wayne Gretzky as the coach of the Arizona Coyotes because he was the coach of the Arizona Coyotes at the time where Alexander Ovechkin in his rookie year scored that goal where he's like sliding on his back and looped it around him, because that was just on it was on the highlight pack as soon as you opened NHL 2000 or when you put in NHL 07. And I played that game for like 3 years because I didn't get an Xbox 360 until like 2010 or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but besides that, like Arizona's kind of been in irrelevancy, I think, for the 26 years outside of Gretzky and 2014. Now, Corey and Richie may hate me for saying that, but from an outside perspective, like even just like remove the fact that we're in Canada, right? Because that definitely does have an impact.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. But just overall, like there's not much else otherwise, right? Besides just constantly hearing like, are they going to move? Are they going to move? They're Gary Bettman's pet project. So to have something, the only thing I feel like that could top Bedard on the Coyotes is Auston Matthews going to the Coyotes, which I don't think is going to happen. Can
you imagine if they got Bedard and Matthews within like the next couple of years?
Gary Bettman's salary cap won't allow
it. Gary Bettman will raise
and that's
the
why
salary
I don't
cap
like
to
the
let
salary
that happen.
cap.
Gary Bettman will physically drive Auston Matthews to the airport if it means he plays in Arizona. I could guarantee that. Anyways, I have no idea how we got here.
It's because we were talking about the bottom five. Connor Bedard, and Dallas Eakins is getting us to Bedard.
Oh yes, he's bringing us to the promised land.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, it's still that conversation or that kind of statement I guess I've had throughout the season. I don't mind losing this season. I just don't want to be embarrassed. And 6-1 to the Preds the way that we did. And then the gripe out of this one isn't even like the worst loss out of the 3 of these 4 games here. But the one against the Philadelphia Flyers, 68% in favor of Anaheim for this game to win the game, usually. 3.21 to 2.08 was the expected goals. And I don't know, like I take a look at like I don't know how this game baffles me from a statistical standpoint.
Yeah.
Because like that's the deserve to win meter is like that far in Anaheim's favor.
Yeah, 68.4 is not anything to scoff at.
But then you take a look at like the expected goal percentage. And okay, you know what? It's the bulk of it is between like 74% and Comtois kind of the bottom of that kind of the bulk of it at like 43.
Yeah.
And then you just randomly have Kevin Shattenkirk leading the way in that game in particular at 84%. But like, it's like that's a game where I get it. We're below them. Okay. Like I'm not trying to talk shit about the Flyers, but this is a team that's they're not. The Flyers aren't tanking. They just don't give a fuck if they win or lose. In particular, John Tortorella does not give a fuck if they win or lose. John Tortorella was brought in for one reason. That is to get the weak links out of that locker room and set a new culture for the Philadelphia Flyers moving forward. John Tortorella will have a losing record when his time is done in Philly. And I know this is only year 1 of it, but he will have a losing record. If the culture gets straightened out, though, he's done his job, right? He's done what the Flyers would want him to do at that point. And you know that he is there just purely for that job because he benched it was Kevin Hayes a couple weeks ago, who was their leading scorer. You don't typically, or sorry, not bench. He scratched him.
Yeah.
You don't typically do that in sports in general.
Yeah.
Right? Unless there's like a massive attitude problem or that. But even then, it doesn't sound like that was the issue overly.
I think the issue there was like lack of defensive like responsibility, from if I remember that correctly.
Imagine JT Miller on this year's Philadelphia Flyers. Holy shit. That's a whole other conversation that I want to get into at some point, just over the last few weeks. Holy
it's
fuck. I want to ask Dylan about it, actually. I want to ask Dylan about it.
That would be good. But yeah, you're right. This Philly game was just a like the stats are useless for this game.
Like it's again, like this is a team that isn't trying to win, but they're not trying to tank, right? It's just winning is not their objective, right? It's just to get together as an organization. But they're 11 points ahead of you. They're still somehow able to do it. Let's pull up the roster here for this Philadelphia game.
I mean, you look at the names and it's a lot bigger than there's a lot better players than the Ducks. Not by much.
Not by much. Like there's a couple recognizable names for myself at least. Travis Konechny is obviously a big one. Kevin Hayes, James Van Riemsdyk, Nick Delorier, bless his soul. Owen Tippett.
Yeah.
Joe Farabee, I know from like a few highlights kind of thing. Like that's a name that's familiar. And then like I know that's what 6, like that's half the top 12.
Yeah.
And then I know Travis Sanheim. Ristolainen, I know for the wrong reasons of his time in Buffalo and how ridiculous that trade looked. And Tony DeAngelo for very wrong reasons.
And Carter Hart, and you just recently met Samuel Ersson.
Carter Hart didn't even play in this fucking game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Samuel Ersson played in this game. How many games did Samuel Ersson play in the NHL before this game?
3
fucking games.
To be fair, he won all of them.
6. I don't give a fuck. He's behind the Flyers.
I don't know, man. That's
guy put up a 966 and a 2.21 goal save above expected on 29 shots.
Yeah, but you look at the rest of his stats, like what he did to LA and San Jose. I mean, San Jose, but LA is at least in a playoff spot. Where was his games logs here? 893 against the Sharks, but only allowed 3 goals and they still won the game. So whatever. 931 against the Kings, only allowed 2 goals there. He let in 5 against Carolina, but he was not technically the goalie of record in that game. That was a weird one. I was like, how the fuck does that work? And I don't even remember. But so not fantastic. But I mean, he's slowly gotten better. And yeah, I mean, he's brand new to the league, only 23 years old. But I don't know. Either he hates California with a vengeance, or this is just one of those names that slipped through the cracks and nobody had heard about, and now all of a sudden he's going to tear up the league like a Jordan Binnington, like a Swedish Jordan Binnington.
Yeah, it's new goalies and the Anaheim Ducks going, yeah, here, look good.
Yeah. Little 4D.
You don't need to do that.
look at how good your goalie is, Philadelphia. Maybe you should sign him to like a 5-year, $6 million extension. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it.
Oh, but like, I don't know, man. It's again, we're in January at this point.
3 more months.
If you're gonna lose, just lose consistently, please.
Yeah.
And
yeah, don't bait me with this. Oh, we took Nashville or fucking Vegas to.
I'm not even gonna say embarrassingly, just sadly.
Yeah,
don't lose sadly.
Yeah, but don't bait me with this. Like, oh, we took the Golden Knights to a shootout and won 3-2 bullshit. That's no. I either do that every night or just shit the bed every night so that I know if I want to watch or not. You know,
that game is a running by the Golden Knights. Honestly, if Adin Hill doesn't have a bad start in that game,
that's fair. Yeah.
Sorry, but let me correct that. If Adin Hill didn't get bent over by Adam Henrique.
Yeah. Right. I forgot. He just fucking like ruined his whole day.
Yeah, pretty much. Henrique scored the last goal at about the 7-minute mark left in the first period, and then that was it for the Ducks.
Yeah,
that's when the Golden Knights charged in.
Mm-hmm. But a strong start, and the Ducks actually, kind of held a lead. Like, they didn't hold the lead, but they also didn't blow the lead. I guess I don't know what's the definition of blowing the lead: getting it tied, or then trailing.
No, a tie is a blown lead.
Okay, so they did blow the lead, but they didn't. Yeah. And the Golden Knights at no point led during this game, so that's a win for me.
Yeah, and for myself, I call a blown lead 2 or more because like a 1-goal game, right? That can go back and forth, kind of thing.
Yeah. Even then, like 2-0,
Yeah.
like it's not like it's a
Like,
lead, but if
I'm not
it's all
trying
of a
to.
sudden 2-2, like it's not a.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to sound negative about that win. I'm just trying to be realistic about it.
Oh yeah.
Right. So
No, you're right. Like if they
and
start
like
Logan
and like
Thompson, it's a fucking 3-0 loss.
yeah, and like
Probably.
overall, like you're going into that game, that is a realistic win for Vegas. Right? Yeah. Like I'm not going like fuck, we lost to the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm going, yeah, we would have lost to the Vegas Golden Knights. It's what I expected. That's what I had in my prediction.
Yeah, fuck. Well, we lost 4-0 to them earlier in the season. If it was 4-0 again, yeah, okay. Of course they're going to do the same thing. Why wouldn't they? Like,
yeah, exactly.
What else are we going to do?
My favorite thing, though, out of that game, I'm going to pick one thing out, and I'm just going to actually, before I even say it, I'm going to double check.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure this is the one that I'm thinking about here. Where is it? Yes. It's Mark Stone. I get it. It's the Vegas Golden Knights. I get it. It's Kevin Shattenkirk. I get it. Shorthanded goals suck ass. Shorthanded breakaways. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's... Dude, I thought we figured out our power play last year, but it's just been anemic this year. Like, it's off. I was actually just going to talk about this, about the Philly game.
The offense overall over the last month and a half, I'd say, has just squandered.
Oh, yeah. The offense
like just overall.
The offense is
it's not even like a pure power play thing, just overall. Like there was
our offense is like a literal raisin. It's just so dehydrated. Like a raisin that you left out in the sun on a July day. And then it's just like, okay, it had a little bit of moisture, but now it's essentially a rock.
It was as dehydrated as me over the break here because I dealt with food poisoning and just nothing was staying in.
Yeah.
It was as dehydrated as that. It was not a good time. But like I think there was a stat that was playing during the Calgary game, like early on. And I think it was in like the past 5 or 8 games, something like that. Was saying that the Ducks had scored a goal or less in each of those games. It's just dried up.
Yeah, there's nothing.
So, like, and I don't even know if I can like put that on a single guy. Right? Like that's just it's just on everybody.
You can't. At that point, it's a team thing. If the whole team has scored a goal or less in the last 5 games, that's a team thing. Like, you can't pick out one guy and be like, why is Trevor Zegras not scoring more goals? This is all his fault. No. Why is nobody else scoring either? Why is Troy Terry not scoring? Adam Henrique.
Yeah.
The depth, why are they not picking up the slack? Like you literally can't put it on one guy. I agree with you.
For Terry and Zegras in particular, it kind of upsets me because I dropped them both on my one fantasy team. I know nobody gives a shit about your fantasy team, but I didn't want to drop them. Fuck, the one team I named Dishigan God, and I had Zegras doing the holy shit pick, like the poser or whatever. Like it's that picture, right? Now I got to find a new fucking name for my team. I mean, I don't have to. I just I prefer to have it be something related to somebody on my team. But
it's fun. I do want to talk about the power play against special team, against Philadelphia in particular, because Philadelphia power play 0 for 2 in that game on the season. I did have that up, but now it is gone.
Hey, your mom's texting me.
Oh. Wild.
And I'm not just making a joke, she actually did.
Yeah, I figured because it was so out of the blue. Okay, and so to be fair, Flyers and Ducks actually tied in power play percentage as we speak here, both with 15.3%, which actually, isn't like the worst ever, considering 8% is the worst ever, or whatever we had a couple of years ago. So also not great, but I thought we played, like our penalty kill seemed really solid against the Philadelphia power play. Like it was just, the positioning seemed good. Like they still got shots away, but they were like lower quality. At least that's what I thought for the power play. Like there was, or for our penalty kill. Just, again, totally eye test. I have no stats to back that up. But again, the bar is low. So, and then on the power play for the Ducks, they went 0 for 5 against the Philadelphia Flyers. Like, I don't expect much. I don't expect them to go 3 for 5.
What's their penalty kill right now?
The Flyers, you mean?
Yeah.
It is. Oopsies. Get out of here. Probably also not great. Yep. Keep scrolling. Oh wait. 21st in the league, 75.6. Ducks are 70.5. So it's okay. It's not great, but
it's average. Yeah.
Slightly below average, if anything. Yeah. But 0 for 5. Like I said, I'm not expecting 3 for 5, but you can't even go 1 for 5.
And here, I'm taking a look at daily face-off, like what their penalty kill would look like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know too much about the Flyers, so even if you said the names, I'd probably be like, I don't know, I guess maybe they can kill penalties, but...
All right, top penalty kill unit. Scott Lawton, Travis Konechny, Ivan Provorov, Rasmus Ristolainen.
Okay. I've definitely heard all of those names before.
Yeah. And then the second one, Joel Farabee. Noah Cates, who doesn't even have a picture here on Daily Faceoff. Travis Sanheim and Tony DeAngelo.
Okay. I mean, they are penalty killers, I suppose, but like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no shit, Carter. Sorry, going way back. Yeah, no shit, Carter Hart wasn't in the game. He's on IR.
Yeah, he's healthy now, but yeah.
Oh, he's still listed on it here. Anyway,
is he?
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, doesn't matter, but yeah, it's. I did want to kind of praise the penalty kill a little bit because I didn't think it looked awful, and I mean, 0 for 2 against a not great power play. At least it's not. You're getting lit up by one of the worst power plays in the league too, so that's nice, but 0 for 5 is embarrassing, man. Like, it just sucks. So yeah. But I don't have anything else to add about these games. But you had some good, like, kind of just overall, I guess more discussion type questions for the Ducks just over what we've seen for the last 4-ish games.
Yeah. So okay, I want to just run through this. We don't have to discuss it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm just kind of being a dick, to be honest with you, and proving a point.
Right. So.
Yeah, Klingberg's back to his old self, everybody. I mean, we all know it. And I kind of trashed Chattenkirk earlier. But just Klingberg in particular, right? Past 5 games. So this goes back to the Minnesota game. And now, remember, we are recording this before Dallas plays in 45 minutes. So we should, I guess, probably get going here. I know this is on me primarily. Past 5 games, 0 points.
Shocked. Color me shocked.
He's got 8 shots on goal over 5 games. As an offensive defenseman, that seems a little low.
Especially if you're not scoring on any of them.
Yeah. 6 blocks and 6 hits. Like, we know he's not a physical guy, but he had the one game against Philly where he had 2 and 2. I mean, I don't try to look at plus minus often or take a whole lot into it, but his plus minus over the 5 games, starting with the Minnesota game, -1, -2, even 0, -1, -1. Where is what I am looking for? Yeah, here we go. I wish I could get paid $7 million to be less useful than a pylon.
Yeah, right.
My sister and my stepmom can tell you the devastation that a pylon can cause. There's a whole story that they got into an accident. They hit a pylon on the highway.
Gotcha. I was like, I feel like there's a story here, but I don't
know. Just to do that. I can maybe get into it another time, or I guess it's been a few weeks, it's kind of passed. But anyway, I know the devastation that a pylon can cause, which is why I kind of quite a few years ago was even like, guys, back off on the Dion Phaneuf, he's a pylon jokes, because like a pylon can be useful too. Phaneuf is a little bit more. We are actually seeing somebody who deserves a pylon is more useful in John Klingberg.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get a 5th round pick for him. Like,
on one hand, it's a 5th round pick we didn't have before, but on the other hand, if you actually did something, we could maybe get a 1st or a 2nd. Like, fuck.
Yeah. So
Fucking Gavrikov is supposed to get a first. Sherratt got a first last year. And if you're asking, who the fuck is that? Exactly. And now John fucking Klingberg isn't even worth a first.
Now I know this isn't even a defenseman. This is a forward. This is a guy that was scratched for, I think, 3 or 4 games straight before getting sent. Right? Just to get some time. Ryan Reeves got a 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
That's not a knock on Ryan Reeves. I don't know if we're gonna get any more than that, at least on John Klingberg.
No, there's no way.
Unless no team's
gonna do that.
Unless some team honestly goes, okay, we understand you played on the Anaheim Ducks, so like you were on your back foot to start with, which 100%. But there's being on your back foot, and then there's I'm gonna take 3 more steps back just for shits because I got my money this year.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if money's all you care about, sure, whatever. Keep going to do it. If you want to be a hockey player, though, I'm assuming you have some competitive drive to you, right? You want to try to help your team a little bit. You maybe want to go to a competitor, considering you were just on one in Dallas for the last few years, right? You should have that drive to want that. Like I was saying in the New Year's resolution episode, put yourself in the position that a team will want you. Because if I'm the GM of an NHL team right now, I'm looking at John Klingberg and going, yeah, he's on the Anaheim Ducks, but what is he doing with the team? What is he doing to make them better? He's not doing anything to make them better. And he has a weight on the ankle
and
jumping off the Titanic.
Yeah. Subsequently, then what's he going to bring to my team?
Yeah, exactly.
Besides just being dead weight, I don't even care if the Ducks retain half the salary or if he goes to Arizona and we get a double retention. Like, why would you even consider paying? What would that be? $1.75 million even for John Klingberg right now? It's nuts.
Now, and
I do want to point out something about him though.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
For just in terms of time on ice, I don't have the average numbers because I don't feel like punching those into a calculator right now. But first 10 games of the season, played roughly 24, 25 minutes a night. There's some anomalies in there, but yeah. The next 10 games he played started, 23. He had one almost 30-minute game against Minnesota. And I have no idea why, because I don't think that was I have no idea. The next... Yeah, and then by game 20, he played 15 and a half minutes against the New York Rangers in a win. So maybe we're seeing something there. 15 and a half minutes against the New York Rangers, and we win the game. It's not bad. Once we get into the next 5 games, so games 21 to 25, his minutes dropped from almost 21 to 20 to 19, 18 and a half down to just shy of 17. Where he's kind of stayed, and then against the Philadelphia Flyers, he's only played 15 minutes. So essentially, we have seen a very steady decrease in minutes for John Klingberg, which, credit where it's due, at least Dallas Eakins recognizes that John Klingberg is a liability, but you can't simply just not play him because then A, who do you replace him with? And B, then you're not going to get anything for him. But at least he's like, okay, at least we're going to give him less minutes because he's being useless. And we're going to reward Cam Fowler. So credit where it's due there. But yeah, John Klingberg has been just... Yeah. Less useless than a pylon. Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna read off one more thing, and then I have his replacement here.
Okay.
So over his 31 games, because he's an offensive defenseman, right? So I get it. Maybe the defensive aspect, like you're still a defenseman, you have to be defensive, right?
Yeah.
But you focus maybe a little bit more on some of the offensive stats, right? And capability and production. 116 shot attempts this season in 31 games. 44 of those have actually got on net. Not scoring or that, just on net.
Been a save that the goaltender had to make. Or a goal, I suppose.
Now, this also comes from him being on the back end a little bit, but he doesn't create a whole lot of high chances as well for the team either. unblocked attempts. So this includes shots that have missed the net. 1 high danger this season. 6 medium danger and 65 low danger. Now, for comparison, pulled up Cam Fowler because this is a guy that's not supposed to be on the power play,
but is because he's replaced John Klingberg.
Yeah, Fowler this season, I'm not sure how many games offhand, 4 high danger chances.
Already an improvement.
9 medium danger and 70 low danger. So that's primarily shorthanded and 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Like, Klingberg brings nothing useful to this team. So I'm going to end it off with this. For tonight's game and next Wednesday's game, actually, we can talk about that. Just in the scope of this replacement here. All right. We'll talk about these 2 games in particular, even though I know there's a Boston one and San Jose in there in between. The Anaheim Ducks are playing home games on a Wednesday night, which means it's Mighty Night, right? Or whatever you want to call it. It's the orange alternate jerseys. You don't even have to give this guy a jersey. He's already coming up wearing the color. Throw a pylon out there. Seriously. I kid you not. I want to see Dallas Eakins just Hail Mary a pylon onto the ice.
Yeah. Like, as soon as Klingberg comes in for a shift, just fucking chucks it at somebody, preferably someone on the other team. That would be funny.
Just huck it into our own end in between the hash marks.
Yeah. And get John Gibson to just park it right in front of the net and just be like, here. Yeah. This is where I want you to stand, pylon. Thank you for listening.
Like, that can be in the defensive end and it will still contribute more offensively on the other side of the ice than John Klingberg does this season. Okay, I'm done bashing on him now. Okay. I got one more thing I want to talk about here because we are getting close to the game and we got a shit ton more to talk about. It's what happens when you take 2 weeks off. It's understandable that, John Gibson returned from injury and whatnot. But Lucas Dasso was playing really well.
Oh, yeah.
And his last game was that game against the Flames that they lost in overtime. Did Dasso deserve to lose the net, though, after that Calgary game? I think not. Personally, no. I think he should have started that game against Vegas because he was still on the roster at the time.
Refresh my memory here. When did Gibson come back from injury?
I think Gibson was back that game.
The Golden Knights game, the Vegas game? Or was he backing up for the Calgary game?
I still have the rosters here. Let me,
because I thought he was backing up for Calgary.
Can I not just see the lineup? I am not sure offhand, actually.
Okay.
I thought it would show like where who the backup was.
Yeah, you would think, hey.
Oh wait, there you go. Additional information for the Calgary game. John Gibson scratched.
Okay, so yeah, he was not in the lineup then. So Vegas was his first game back, and that's the one he played in.
Yeah. Which he played great in, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I do get it. It's like, okay, Gibson's back. He's obviously our starter. Let's give him this game, see what he can do, get him back into the swing of things. I don't have the issue with. You
got a kid that's playing really good, right? Like,
yeah.
Normally, like, and I've been the guy that's been stressing, like, rest on John Gibson and whatnot because we've seen that he falters off, right? But Dostal did just have the Christmas break, right? And continued to play well, right?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like as long as he stayed above a 900, that's fantastic for how this season has gone for the Anaheim Ducks and their other two goaltenders and Stolarz and Gibson, right? Like that is top notch. And that's what he did again in that game, right? Like going to extra time and he put up a 933 save percentage. And then you're the backup. And then, yes, Stolarz comes back, but then you get sent down to the AHL.
Yeah. I don't know. If I was the coach, it's not it wouldn't be a knock on Lucas Dostal, but I would start Gibson against Vegas just because he's coming back from injury, and it's like, let's get you back into game action. And I think Dostal would understand. Against the Preds, I don't know. I would probably go back to Dostal personally. I don't have the issue with going back to Gibson because, hey, he got you a win. Those are hard to come by these days. Let's throw in Gibson. Again, Dostal, nothing against you, but this guy won the last game. We're going to ride the hot hand. And then you see the fucking egg that we lay against the Preds. I don't know. Like, I know that Stolarz came back, so like obviously
it's a money in a roster.
An interesting thing for well, not for us, but I don't know.
It is a roster space.
Roster space, yes. Sorry, but yeah, money's not.
No money. Yeah, money's not the
money in cap space. No. If you knew, I'm the coach right now. If I knew that Stolarz was,
I'm the coach now.
Yeah, if I knew that Stolarz was coming back, and obviously you're going to send Dostal down because he's the guy that doesn't need to go through waivers, and now just let him light up the AHL and have some success down there, and then you figure out what to do next year, right? We've talked about that.
Yep.
So, but if I knew that Stolarz was coming back and that basically the Preds game was the last chance for Dostal to play an NHL game, play him in that game.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. That's the issue I have. But I mean, again, you could say, hey, John, we know that you're good to come back, but Dostal's only got a couple games left. He's been playing great, and we want to make sure you're 100% healthy. You can back up tonight so that Eriksson Ek can go down and actually do something in the American Hockey League, because, oh boy, do they need it.
Yeah.
But so I even think you could have made him the backup. I don't think it's a big deal to give John Gibson the backup role for that one game and give Dostal the game against the Knights. And then regardless of if it's a win or a loss, you can give Gibson the Preds game. And I don't think anyone bats an eye. But it is a shame that Dostal just kind of was like, oh, our boy's back. Thanks, Lucas. See you later.
Yeah. And we've seen this before with Gibson getting hurt and returning from injury, right? They throw him into there and he has a great start. And now this falter was a little bit quicker than we've normally seen, but it's a great start. They play him, and he dips off again.
Yeah.
And like, then it goes hard. We just hit the hard way fucking quicker than we usually do.
Yeah. And now you know that you're going to play Gibson against Dallas too. Like, I'm sorry, like why would you play Stolarz against Dallas when he's just coming back from it? Like, I literally can't fathom that. Like, unless Gibson let in like 4 goals against the Flyers, and then Stolarz had to come in, like 4 goals on 4 shots against the Flyers, and then had Stolarz.
I was like, he did let in 4 goals
and posted essentially a shutout for the rest of the game. Like, okay, then you can go for Stolarz, but like, why? We know by now. Everybody knows that Stolarz isn't just going to get the start.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just weird. But long story short, to answer your question here, I guess, he did not deserve to lose the net after the Calgary game. Yes, you're paying a lot more money for John Gibson, and he has been your guy for a long time, but I think he understands that eventually Dostal's going to go back down to the AHL and the net will be his once again. I don't think Gibson's going to take it personally. Yes, he always wants to play, but it's like, oh, hey, look at what this kid has been doing in your absence. We're going to give him another game, and then we will give you one, and then we'll see where Stolarz is at. Here you go, Lucas. We'll give you another one before we send you down. Gibson got us a win, so Dostal's going to back up now, but Stolarz isn't back, so you still have an opportunity. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like poor management at that point.
Yeah. For me, it was just how quickly it was of like, Lucas, you're awesome. You're awesome. Oh, Gibby's back. Okay, get the fuck out, Lucas. See you later.
Yeah, exactly. It's
right. Just... Like, thanks for what you did. Okay, Gibby, get over here. Get over here, buddy. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's all good. Okay. you had a great game against Vegas, buddy. You had a great game against. Oh, don't worry about the 860 against the Preds, man. Don't worry about the 860. It's all good against the Preds. Oh no, and then an 879 against the Flyers. Oh, it's okay, but no.
Yeah. I am gonna jump ahead here just because I think it's a good segue. So with Dostal being sent down and having tasted the NHL for a significant chunk of time now, which he hasn't already gotten, I think now he's hungry to get back, and like his mindset is just like the NHL mindset, even though he's playing in the AHL. And I think we saw that in his first game back down in San Diego. So we're gonna jump ahead into our Gulls update here, where you know what, Eriksson Ek actually did not too bad, winning. I'm assuming he started in these games, but the Gulls won 6-2 against the Tucson Roadrunners, 5-4 against the Henderson Silver Knights, and then lost 4-1 to the Henderson Silver Knights. And then in the third game in a row against the Henderson Silver Knights, Dostal comes back and the Gulls win 3-0.
With Lucas Dostal setting a Gulls franchise record for career shutouts with 4.
Oh, damn. Like 4 in total or 4 just on the season?
4 in total. It's Dostal's second on the season.
Oh, damn.
In the AHL.
Nice.
Rito Berra was the prior holder for the San Diego Gulls.
Oh, that's a name I have not heard in a long time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Was he a Calgary goaltender?
For a split second, yep.
Very brief moment. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
I think I know him most for his time in Colorado, actually.
Okay, yeah.
But
cool.
Yeah. So
so that's what's going on down in San Diego. Those games going back to December 23rd there, so around the same time frame as the Ducks. Upcoming games, we've got January 6th and 7th against the Milwaukee Admirals and January 11th versus the San Jose Barracuda.
Pop quiz.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the Milwaukee Admirals the affiliate to?
Is it the Islanders?
No, it's not. I've been seeing quizzes about like the AHL, like who are the NHL affiliates in the AHL kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I'm awful.
And like even
that.
like some like top hockey minds are kind of like struggling with it. And I'm like I'm kind of laughing because there's only the one that I keep messing up.
And it's the Milwaukee Admirals?
No, it's not Milwaukee actually. It's I haven't even looked it up. It's Carolina's affiliate. Because this year they did introduce the Coachella Valley Firebirds for Seattle, right? So it kind of, there's some weird restructuring there.
Yeah.
But and like I'm not even that in tune, I guess, with the AHL. So, but you said the Islanders. That is incorrect. That is the Bridgeport Islanders.
Oh, okay. I've literally never heard that in my entire life, honestly.
Yeah, Bridgeport. Who were originally the Bridgeport Sound Tigers because of like the sound, like the body of water kind of thing. But then everybody was bugging because like the New York Islanders own Bridgeport, but Bridgeport isn't an island. So like, where's the island? No, the Milwaukee Admirals are the affiliate of the Nashville Predators.
Yeah. Cool. I just had to
look every now and
too long to get there.
Yeah, so. Sorry. I was trying to. I'm just like, where's my train of thought again? Get back here. Obviously the San Jose Barracuda are the San Jose Sharks.
Los Angeles Kings.
Yes. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna actually make a rule here.
Okay.
That's gonna be our Sunday or next Wednesday. I'm giving you a couple trivia episodes, actually.
Okay.
Now, so you're not allowed to prep for this one, but I'm gonna quiz you on the 32.
Okay, sounds good. I think
just to see if you can get it.
I think I could get 50%.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's 16 teams.
Yeah, because I know like some of the obscure ones, and then some of them are easy, like the Iowa Wild. Color me shocked and the Abbotsford Canucks. Like I think we can figure out those ones. Like. Yeah. We can get there, but yes, there's some weird ones that I probably wouldn't get. So
no prep allowed.
Okay,
I want to see how you do.
Sounds good.
Or you know what? You know what? Actually, we're gonna do that at the end of this episode. That's
okay.
what we're gonna do.
We're gonna push the other trivia.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make sure I don't cheat. Sounds good.
Yeah. Just to make sure. Yeah.
I know I know for sure that I'll get 4 of them. I'll get Calgary. I'll get Anaheim. I'll get Edmonton, and then I'll get Nashville because we just talked about it. So, yeah, Gulls 10th in the Pacific Division, 9-23-0 record so far. And yeah, then you've got some stats for us, Nate, on the top 5 players and then the goaltenders.
Yeah, so Danny O'Regan is listed at number 4 in points on the Gulls, but remember he was part of that three-way trade with Florida and Detroit a few weeks ago. So really number 5 is Jacob Perreault with 14 points. Braden Tracy with 17. Our boy Bo Groot with 20. Nicholas Brouillard with 26. And Rocco Grimaldi leading the way still with 30 points in 31 games.
Nice.
Then to the goalie stats, Lucas Dostal, his numbers are still fantastic. He's got a 272 goals against, a 921 save percentage in 21 games played there, picking up his second shutout of the season against Henderson, as we talked about. Ole Eriksson Ek, just being a backup, 472 goals against, an 858 save percentage in 9 games played.
Not great, but not bad either.
Yeah, I believe it was Garrett Metcalf was relieved of his professional tryout, I guess, with the Gulls.
Okay.
Where he put up a flat 5 goals against average in 5 games, and a 845 save percentage. And then Daniel Manella, again, these numbers are so skewed because of how little he played.
Yeah, but
8 minutes and 55 seconds, a 40.37 goals against average, and 538 save percentage in 2 appearances.
Yeah,
so
that's rough for him. But
that is so. But yeah, okay, I guess fuck, I get what we got 25 minutes, so
yeah, we're good.
Burn through news and
we're almost done
quiz
here.
and yeah.
So I mean, there's not really too much on the injury front besides Stolarz coming back, which we've talked about already. Jones, Grant, Lundestrom, and Drysdale are still out with injuries. Jones, Grant, and Lundestrom might be back soon-ish if given their timeline, like kind of mid to end of January, I think, and then Drysdale to be seen, if at all, this
I'm
season.
still hoping Drysdale, honestly, is just next season. Just let the kid heal and rest.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm sure he's itching to get back too, right? But like, just I would rather be certain with a young key piece like that.
For sure. And especially for a shoulder injury, those can bug you for a while. So Ducks signed goaltender Gage Alexander to a 3-year entry-level contract. He was a 5th-round pick in the 2021 draft. We've talked about him a little bit. And yeah, he was a WHL goaltender, and I feel like I've seen him play. I think I went to a game in Medicine Hat where he was against Winnipeg, where he was the goaltender there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so this past season, I guess this current season, he was playing with the Swift Current Broncos instead, actually, putting up an 8-5-1 record in 15 games with the Broncos there. He's appeared in 60 WHL contests between Swift Current and Winnipeg, where he's posted a 33-16-6 record, 3 shutouts, 281 goals against average, which is low for the WHL, I feel like, and a 902 save percentage,
which is pretty decent. So. Yeah.
And last season alone, the 21-22 season with the Winnipeg Ice, 18-7-4 with 2 of those 3 shutouts, a 2.4 goals against, and a 911 save percentage in 29 appearances.
It's all right. That's all right.
And sets career bests in wins, shutouts, saves with 696 minutes, with 1,703 and appearances.
Nice.
So yeah, if he God forbid we go through another.
Don't say it. Don't say the R word.
What?
We're gonna say rebuild.
No.
Oh, okay. The P word.
What?
Pandemic?
No.
I don't know where
Shitstorm with the goalies where like our top two guys are gone.
Good. Okay.
I couldn't think of the word. Anyway, that's why I used shitstorm. So he was assigned to San Diego actually, because he is a 20-year-old. So that's able to do. But with Stolarz back now, because this was signed on the 30th of December. So, and it still says he's listed with San Diego, but with having Eriksson Ek and Stolarz back now, I'm not exactly sure where he is. Either way, though, if he happened to get called up to the NHL, that's pretty good money actually for a 5th round pick. $810,000
for 3 years too.
Yeah, which like what the top end is like 950, 975, I think. So with minimum in the NHL being 7 or 750, I think.
I think it's 750 now. Yeah,
it's like 810 is actually pretty good for a 5th round pick, especially a goalie.
Yeah,
that's pretty damn good. If so, assuming though he's playing just in San Diego though, $550,000 this year, which is still pretty good. That's still a lot more money than I'm making. And then 60,000 in the next 2 years after. So
I don't totally know how it works. If you can, like, I think you can play in the WHL and the AHL, right? Like that's not an issue. Or
what do you mean?
Like Gage Alexander, even though he's signed to an NHL contract, he could technically play in the WHL still, if we wanted him to. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think because of his age, because he's 20.
Yeah,
because he didn't have an NHL contract. So I'm not 100% sure. I feel like for 20, that's fine. Depending on when his birthday, it might be depending on when his birthday is, because I think at 21, then with the WHL, it's you have like the overage rules, like you're only allowed so many guys. Like I think it's
and they can't be NHL players. I don't think.
Yeah. So
yeah. Anyways, where I was kind of going is I don't know what like the assigning rules and stuff like that are, but I wonder if it's like, okay, we're going to sign him to this deal. We're going to assign him to San Diego as like more of like a paper transaction, but then he, like if he has to like clear like a waiver type system or something. I don't know how that works. Again, I'm totally spitballing, but if it's like a paper type transaction, but then he's going to still play in the WHL, so that if Gibson or Stolarz goes down, Dostal can come up again, and then it's not just Eriksson Ek and then whoever we had, whose names I forget because I'm not directly looking at them, coming up to cover in the AHL on an emergency basis. Then it's like, okay, we have Gage Alexander that we can recall from the WHL into the AHL, and now he's actually, part like of the system. More so I think it's more just like goalie insurance in a way for the AHL.
It's kind of what you had with Vegas in their first year, where they got to the point that they called Dylan Ferguson up from the Kamloops Blazers.
Yeah.
So
so I wonder if it's more something like that, where okay, if we want to sign him to a contract because he's 20 and he's only going to get more expensive because look at what he's doing in the WHL, but it's also okay, we need a kind of like a succession plan in a way. No, that's not the right word, but we need like a emergency plan if our goalies start to go down. So but I mean, also in a way, kind of a succession plan too, because it's like, okay, we've seen what Dostal can do. We can kind of rely on him.
I'm looking a bit more of a succession plan. A tandem of Dostal, Alexander. Dostal taking a couple more, like a few more of the games.
No. Sorry, I'm thinking tandem next season where Dostal's in the NHL.
Oh, I'm thinking in a couple seasons here, I guess.
And it's Eriksson Ek and Alexander in the AHL, and it's Dostal and one of Gibson or Stolarz. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking like
potentially by the
Anaheim
trade deadline.
Down the line kind of thing. Alexander and Dostal.
Oh well, eventually, but I mean, trade deadline's coming up pretty quick. maybe Dostal becomes an NHL regular, and likewise Alexander an AHL regular in the not too distant future. So
yeah. Speaking of goaltenders in the cage tonight, sure enough, John Gibson.
Again, color me shocked. Like,
I can't wait to see how that goes. Okay.
One other thing here for news: our boy Pavel Mintyukov, who, if you don't remember, was the 10th overall pick of the 2022 NHL entry draft to the Anaheim Ducks, and he's currently playing in the OHL with the Saginaw Spirit. And this month, Sorry, I closed the tab apparently. But he was named the Defenseman of the Month for December for the third time in a row, which is a first in OHL history. And this is the tweet from the Ontario Hockey League's official Twitter account. With 5 consecutive multi-point showings headlining a 16-point month of December, Ducks prospect Pavel Mintyukov of the Saginaw Spirit is the OHL Defenseman of the Month. This season, in 34 games played, has put up 51 points. I was looking, I was like 37. I was like, I mean, that's decent, over a point per game. But no, 37 assists, 51 points as a defenseman in 34 games in the OHL.
Which is third in the OHL. Yeah.
Among everybody. Forwards and defensemen, right? Is that not right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, third in points among skaters.
So, I think this kid's, he might be all right. Obviously, he's not going to be over a point per game pace in the NHL. Maybe, just maybe. But like don't hold your breath for that. But if you're a defenseman and you're over a point per game pace in junior, something's there. You're probably going to be a decent player in the NHL. So,
yeah.
Look forward to a little more defensive depth in a few years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No more John Klingbergs in 3 to 4 years.
No. One more thing just on the prospect end, because I just saw his name here. Sasha Pastajov is currently sitting 5th in power play points in the OHL with 9. The leader at number 1 of the Hamilton Bulldogs, Avery Hayes, has 14. So sweet. Nice. That's good to see a couple Ducks prospects doing really well there. So
yeah, the future is still bright, which is good. Yeah.
Speaking of some bright futures, is that something we want to hit on there?
Yeah.
Or was there something else that you wanted to say? Nope. Did I jump the gun?
Nope. You went exactly where I was gonna go. So that's perfect. Yeah, we've got a couple upcoming games to talk about before our Monday episode. Friday versus the San Jose Sharks, a 7 p.m. Pacific time start. That will be at home because we're on the world's longest 10-game homestand. World's longest homestand. It's the same length as all the other 10-game homestands.
It is long, but it just feels long as well.
Yeah, for sure. And then, actually, let's talk about that one first. I think is this the last meeting of the Ducks and the Sharks?
Just double checking right now, actually.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, this is the last meeting.
Okay. 6-5 shootout win for the Ducks in the first meeting of the season on November 1st. A few days later, a 5-4 shootout win for the Ducks. We're not going to talk about the third one, but it was not a win at all for the Ducks. And then, January 6th is the 4th and final meeting there, where the Sharks will be looking to tie up the season series, or for the Ducks to take a dominant 3-1 series win there. So everybody here knows what's going on in San Jose. We don't need to, I think, talk about that too much, but we are going to look at our score predictions. And if you're watching, you will immediately see a nice little green bar has popped up there.
Hey, Carter got one.
Yeah. My 4-1 prediction against the Philadelphia Flyers came to fruition there. So looking good. So we've both got one each of score and team right. You have 2, just the scores. I have 1, which is the Philadelphia one. And then in terms of just predicting the team, you're winning 23-17 out of 38 possible games. So
that's not bad, actually.
38 possible games that have happened at at this point. So we still have Dallas up here, where if you want a refresher, because I don't remember what I predicted back then. I said 5-2 Dallas. You said 3-1 Dallas. So everyone else will already know what's going on here, but we will find out in a few hours what the result is there. So
yeah.
Anyways, long story short, San Jose. What do you got for a prediction on this one, Nate?
I don't know. We seem to just get shit stomped by some of the lower end teams. I'm gonna go 4-1. 4-1.
San Jose.
San Jose. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we either get blown out of the water or we win in the shootout against San Jose, and recently too. That's what's happened. So, like in the last 3 games that we've seen. So, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say 5-4 Anaheim win. Shootout, obviously.
All right.
Or overtime.
All right.
5-4 extra minutes. That's what we'll say. We'll come back to this in a few minutes here, but we also have one other upcoming game, which will be Sunday at 5:30 Pacific time, again at home against the Boston Bruins. I don't think the Ducks have played the Bruins.
It was very early. It was like game 2 or 3 of the season. That was
our overtime loss, was it not?
Shootout loss to the Bruins, 2-1. Since then, though, the Bruins have decided to, listen to our preseason way too early predictions and go, fuck you, Nate, and go 29-4-4 this season.
They're still undefeated at home, aren't they?
Where I said they were missing the playoffs.
Undefeated at home in regulation, yeah.
19-0-3 at home. Jesus Christ.
Damn. That's nuts, man. That's absolutely nuts. The Bruins will be in San Jose on Saturday, the night before, which I guess also means that San Jose will be preparing to face Boston on the second half of a back-to-back after our game against them. Am I crackling?
You're cracked. Yeah, you're quite a bit.
Ooh, give me a sec here.
Fix that up. What are you doing? As Carter tweaks stuff, I'm just going to fill in the time here. You're just on the left side.
But it's better. It's not so crackly.
Yeah. Can just kind of hear a little bit of stuff in the background, but I mean, that's going to happen. Boston on the road is 10-4-1 on the season. Like Carter said, they will be playing the LA Kings and then the San Jose Sharks. 62 points on the season. The next team back is the Carolina Hurricanes with 56, just to give you an idea of how dominant Boston is being lately.
That's nuts.
And then Carolina's not even in their division, I don't think. No. So for their division alone, for the Atlantic, the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are having a pretty damn good season as well, 23-8-7. They are 9 points back of the Boston Bruins in their own division.
Damn, yeah. Oh, Boston, man. They're on a whole nother level. That's absolutely insane. So
yeah.
So they're a good team, although they will be on the road, so there is a chance. Right? What's their road?
I'm surprised
record?
you said that. Yeah, I did. Their road record is 10-4-1.
Oh.
So I mean, the only time they've lost in regulation is on the road, but then again, they're about to play a team that has what are we at now? 3-4 regulation wins?
Maybe 3. I don't know. I would have to.
Yeah.
Look.
So
I kind of lost track after we didn't hit the streak.
I feel like it's still more in Boston's favor.
Are you sure? The first place team against the 32nd place team?
I might be feeling this one, but I am still not going to put money down on it.
Smart.
Just out of fear, basically.
You don't want to take one for the team?
No, I don't. Unless someone wants to send me the money on PayPal or whatever. But for this game, it sounds bad considering my thing after San Jose. I'm going to go 5-2 for Boston.
Oh, damn. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And I'm saying it's 2 goals because, like, Jeremy Swayman hasn't been horrible, but he's been the lesser of the 2 goalies, and they're going to play Swayman, I think. So.
Oh, yeah. I think you played Allmark on the first half, for sure. Yeah. Even though it's like, does it really matter? Both teams you're probably going to beat, but you just give Allmark the first one. So, and then I think you're pretty comfortable with playing pretty much anybody against Anaheim. Exhibit A being Philadelphia.
God.
To be fair, they did play him against the Kings and the Sharks too, but yeah. So, well, because I was gonna say 5-2. I guess I'll say 5-1.
5-1. Okay, here. So Swayman is the lesser of him and Allmark.
Yep.
With a 7-3-3 record, a 268 goals against, and a 897 save percentage. All right. John Gibson is the statistical better half of the duo of Gibson and Stolarz, but has a 398 goals against and an 897 save percentage. The same save percentage.
Oh, wow. That's not good at all.
No.
All right. Well, let's did we cover everything? Because we kind of jumped around. I think we're good, hey?
Yeah, I
for
think
the trivia.
You got World Juniors and Bedard here.
We kind of covered that already.
Yeah,
we talked about
a little bit. So. I'm gonna add one more thing here, just because I know we have a lot of American listeners. But as we were recording this, Canada beating the States in the semis. The States are done. Go Canada.
Well, I mean, they still get the bronze medal game.
Yeah, I guess they do.
They
have a
potential
chance.
Consolation prize.
So Canada, Czechia.
I never would have predicted
for the gold medal. Jesus Christ,
it's gonna be fun. Which great segue. We're gonna be doing the watch along.
That's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, I guess. Yeah, Thursday. Today, if you're listening to this, we're gonna be doing that 3:30 p.m. Pacific time over on the THPN YouTube channel. I unfortunately am working late, so I'm going to miss probably the first half-ish of it. But Nate will be on there, and I will probably be in the chat because, as I told Nate, it's a lot of it is just sitting around waiting for things to happen, but somebody has to be there to make sure shit doesn't go wrong, and that's me. So, so yeah, I will be in the chat as much as possible, and I will absolutely have the game on, and then I will race home and safely race home, following all traffic laws. Don't worry. And then I'll jump on for the watch along. So yeah. And then while we're at it here for watch alongs, we'll also be doing one Anaheim and Edmonton at 7 p.m. Pacific time on next Wednesday. So basically a full week from when we're recording this and 6 days from when you hear this, if you're listening on Thursday.
Yeah. Now you might be going, do I really want to watch Canada play? You know, the States are going to play for the bronze. You will, because Canada has Ducks prospects, namely Owen Zellweger and future Anaheim Ducks prospect Connor Bedard.
Yeah, get your jerseys.
And I know there's somebody I'm missing, and I can't think of it right now. Why am I blanking? Anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is somebody else.
Yeah, why can't I think of it right now? I'm shameful. I will have it for tomorrow.
Sounds good. Yeah, you better. Okay, yeah, let's do this total hockey. Oh no, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing. That'll be next week now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. AHL teams.
Yes. AHL, NHL affiliates. Yeah. So I'm just going to give you the AHL team in alphabetical order. You just give me the NHL team.
Okay. Are you keeping score or am I?
Yes, I will keep score here.
Okay.
And I'm trusting you that you don't have a cheat sheet up.
I don't. No. I mean, I have the Gulls roster up here, but I'm gonna get that one. So
yeah, that's kind of a freebie. So yeah, at least you're not getting 0%. All right, team number 1, Abbotsford Canucks.
Vancouver Canucks.
Correct. Bakersfield Condors.
Edmonton Oilers.
Correct.
I'm not gonna do that every time. That's gonna get really annoying. So
actually, I just thought about this.
You can't change the rules. We've already started.
No, but some of them I feel like are a little too obvious. Actually, going for like the AHL wise. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna give you the NHL team. You have to tell me the AHL team. Or is that too hard for you?
Fuck it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. All right. So now this is going to be completely random. All right.
Okay.
The Ottawa Senators.
I don't even have a good guess for you. Yeah, I have no idea.
That is the Belleville Senators.
Okay.
It
was in there somewhere. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So.
Bridgeport Islanders.
I thought we were doing NHL teams.
Oh yeah, right. New York Islanders. So there,
Bridgeport.
And I guess I kind of gave you that earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
Too, so I'll give you that one. Okay. The Calgary Flames.
They are the Calgary Wranglers.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Florida Panthers.
Ooh. I feel like it's. Oh no, they play in Sunrise, but I feel like it's also Sunrise. Is like the name. It's like the Sunrise. I don't know. Sunrise palm trees. I know it's not right, but.
Nope. Incorrect.
Ugh.
Do you want me to give you the wrong one, or like what it actually is?
Yeah. Go
okay. The Charlotte Checkers.
Didn't they used to be Carolina's affiliate
for a long time? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of Carolina, the Carolina Hurricanes.
Well, if it's not the Charlotte Checkers, I have no idea.
This is the one that threw me for a little bit. The Chicago Wolves.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep.
All right. So we are 7 in, and you got 4 so far. So you're passing.
Okay.
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
I feel like it's Ohio something. Is that right?
You're on the right track. Ohio's the state. Think
bigger.
No, think smaller.
Think smaller. Columbus.
I'm double checking even that I'm thinking.
My American geography is awful. So
yeah, think smaller.
What else is in Ohio?
He's offended all Ohioans.
How am I supposed to know? I've literally never been.
It's like the one of two cities. Like once you hear the city name, you'll be like, "Oh fuck yeah, okay."
Okay, can I have the city name?
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you for this one. I'll give you a quick hint.
Okay.
Where's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Oh. Oh no. See, I know it, but I'm blanking on it. The pressure is getting to me.
Tell me when you tap out.
Yeah, just give it to me.
The Cleveland Monsters.
Yeah, I never got the
that
team name.
sigh there.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. The Seattle Kraken.
Oh, you just told me this one earlier. The Coachella Valley Firebirds?
Correct.
Yeah.
Which I still think is a mouthful of a name.
It's a sick name, though.
The Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, I should know this one because they're in the same division as the Gulls are. Why can I not think of it, though? Colorado Avalanche. Look, we're going to come back to that one. I'm going to make a note.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll come back when I'm not thinking about it. So
okay. Detroit Red Wings.
The Michigan Trevor Zegras. I've no idea.
Nope, not quite.
Am I close?
Not even close.
Okay.
You want one more try?
No.
The Grand Rapids Griffins.
Oh. Colorado Eagles. There we go. That's the Avs one.
Yes, that is. I was like, dude, I just gave you that. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. The New York Rangers.
The New York Rangers.
We gotta speed this up a little bit because we're cutting into
into the game time. Yeah. The MSG Liberty Bells. Or no, not Liberty Bells. Liberty statues.
The Hartford Wolfpack.
Okay. Yeah, I never would have got that.
The Vegas Golden Knights.
Henderson Silver Knights.
Correct.
That one I can do.
Do you have the keyboard hooked up?
Yep.
We need the little ding.
Oh, yeah, it's because I have been doing it, but I guess it's just for myself because my mic was.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it might be okay now. It's because I think, the World Junior game on, but I closed it now.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, we
Yep.
good? Yep. Okay, cool.
There you go. Henderson Silver Knights. All right, the Washington Capitals.
Oh, I feel. Are these ones not also Washington something?
No.
Okay. Washington Capitals, is it?
We've been on a show that covers this team in particular.
Oh, the Hershey Bears.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a hint there for you, but there you go. Give yourself a ding. The Minnesota Wild.
The Iowa Wild.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, I should know this one too. Yeah, I really should know this one. It's not the Halifax. No, Halifax Mooseheads is a junior team, right?
That is a junior team. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. I want to come back to the Habs too. I feel like it's in there, but I can't think of it.
All right. The Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh, they are the something Phantoms. The Lehigh Valley?
Hey, correct.
Hell yeah.
The Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, it's the Manitoba Moose.
Correct.
Yeah. I was gonna say Mooseheads, and I was like, wait.
Nashville Predators.
Oh God. Oh no, we just said this one on the episode. Milwaukee Admirals.
Correct. The LA Kings.
The Ontario Reign.
Correct.
Yeah, that's another easy one.
Now you're on a bit of a roll here.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a gimme potentially. Boston Bruins.
Oh, those are the. Oh gosh. Where do they play? I want to come back to that one too. I'm writing down the ones that I want to come back to. Don't worry. But
okay, so
I just have Montreal and Boston that I have to come back to because those ones are in there. So,
the Buffalo Sabres.
No, Niagara Ice Dogs is another junior team, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. Do they also play in Buffalo?
I'm not sure offhand.
No, sorry. The Buffalo's AHL team. Is it Buffalo something?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not gonna get it then.
The Rochester Americans.
Yeah, and I would not have got that.
The Chicago Blackhawks.
They were sharing with the Henderson. They were sharing the Henderson Silver Knights at one point, were they not? With
I'm not sure
Vegas.
offhand.
Or no, they were sharing the Wolves with Vegas. Maybe I don't know. They were sharing a team. Maybe it was St. Louis. That wouldn't make sense. I don't know. Chicago's. Well, we already said the Chicago Wolves, so I know it's not that one. But
which that one just seems like the fit, right? But
yeah, like why wouldn't it be? Chicago's in Illinois. What else? Is there anything else in Illinois that I know? I don't think so.
This is like such a minor league team that like you'll hear it and you'll go, "Oh yeah, right," but you might not connect it.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
The Rockford Ice Hogs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, here's a gimme. Anaheim Ducks.
The San Diego Gulls.
Incorrect. Yes. Yeah, you got it right. What the fuck, man? We talk about them every week. Okay, here's another gimme. San Jose Sharks.
The San Jose Barracuda.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you got what are we at? 9 left.
Oh, wow.
And you are, as of right now, just shy of 50%.
Cool.
Doing all right. The St. Louis Blues.
I feel like they used to have Coachella Valley, but obviously they don't anymore. Yeah, I don't know that one either.
The Springfield Thunderbirds.
Okay.
Which a coworker on aesthetics of mine, Matt McElroy, designed their look, actually.
Ah, cool.
So, what's up, Matt? The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, they are the. Ooh, oh god, that's another one that it's got to be in there. Syracuse Crunch.
Correct.
Yeah.
There you go. You are at 50%. No matter
no matter what happens.
The rest of these, yeah.
Oh, cool.
The Dallas Stars.
And once you say it, I'll probably know what I feel, but I don't know it.
The AHL team is bigger than the NHL team, as the Texas Stars are the affiliate of the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, I should have got that one too. Yeah.
All right. The Toronto Marlies. Or oh fuck.
That one I did know. The Toronto Marlies, Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Maple Leafs. Okay.
Yeah. So bad name. Bad.
Oh, the Arizona Coyotes.
They are.
We played them quite a bit this season, or San Diego has.
Oh, the Tucson Roadrunners.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which it took me forever to get the connection of Coyote and Roadrunner. It took me way too long to put that together.
Any longer than like 4 seconds is too long, I think.
Yeah. The New Jersey Devils. We got 2 left.
Providence Bruins is the Boston Bruins affiliate. See, again,
yes,
I knew that one was in there. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We can cross that one off. New Jersey Devils?
Yeah, I guess you technically now have 3 left because, yeah, I forgot about those. So you still have Montreal to come back to as well.
Okay. That one should be in there too. Oh. No. New Jersey plays out in Newark. I don't think their AHL team is that. I don't know. The Newark Devils?
No. You want one more try?
No.
The Utica Comets.
Okay. Yeah. Never would have got there either.
All right. Your second last one. Do you want to do this one or do you want to go back to Montreal for a second?
We'll do this one.
Okay. The Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, the Pittsburgh Pirates is NFL. Is it not? Oh, no. No, it's not.
Baseball.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, is this the NHL team? Yeah, baseball. I always forget that's a sport. Sorry to anyone that enjoys baseball, but yeah. Am I going to get Pittsburgh? Probably not. Is it the... I'm going to go with the North Pole Polar Bears.
I'm going to give you a hint that might help you.
Okay.
Or might not, depending. All right, sweet. Have you watched The Office?
Here and there, not like all the way through.
Okay. If you can give me where The Office is located. Like what city, what town? I'll give it to you because it's technically like a 2-town team.
Okay.
So I can at least give you that.
Okay.
I'll give you like a half.
Again, it's one of those things that it would be in there, but it's probably not coming out until I've heard it. So, where does The Office take place? Yeah, like I'm not. Again, I've watched. I just haven't watched it enough to remember that. Is it like what's the other? Or is it like Minneapolis?
Nope, not quite.
Okay.
It is the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins.
Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins.
Yeah, so Wilkes-Barre is the one, and then like there's like a slash Scranton. So Scranton is where The Office is. Like it's the Scranton branch. And
okay, gotcha. Okay, then we got to go back to Montreal.
Yes, for the last one here.
Is the team name in French?
Like the nickname?
Yeah.
Yes and no. Depends on pronunciation, I guess.
Okay. I feel like it's, oh no, I was going to say like Belleville. It's something like that. It's like one of those small Ontario / Quebec towns. It's got like one of those kind of names, like the. Oh God! Once I hear it, I'm gonna know. But give me like the first letter of the city.
L.
Oh, Laval, right?
Yep. So there's a half.
Yeah, Laval. I don't think it's not. There's no way it's the Laval Canadiens. Laval hockey players. Hockey. Laval hockey. I don't know. I have no idea. It's the Laval something though. Fuck me. What is it?
Give you 10 more seconds here.
Okay. Okay. Give me the first letter of the nickname too. We'll
R.
see if that Laval Rockets?
It took a while to get there, but yes, the Laval Rockets.
Okay. Yeah. You can give me a half point for that because that's took it in. Yeah.
Give you a half point. Okay.
Are they named after like Rocket Richard?
Yes, they are.
Cool. Very cool.
There is I forget what it is exactly on there. Let me take a look at their jerseys for a second. There's a there's a patch on the sleeves of the jerseys. But yeah, they all have a number 9 on the lower part of the sleeve for Rocket Richard. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So how many did I get right, including Laval? I guess how many did
including Laval, you got 19.5 out of 32 teams.
Okay. I probably would have got about the same had you done it the other way, because I feel like most of the ones I got wrong were like there's no connection whatsoever with the like if you would have given me, what was it, like the Manchester Ice Cats or something? That wasn't one of them.
The what?
Oh no, Rochester. What's the Rochester team?
The Americans?
Yeah, like that I would have had no idea. I probably would have said like Washington or something because Tri-City Americans, and I know they're like.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
It's either Hershey or Rochester. I believe it's Rochester is the oldest team in the AHL actually.
Okay.
Let me double check actually. If I'm not mistaken, they predate the AHL even. Give you one more piece of history here, and then we'll get going.
And throw this game on.
Yeah, I have it on already.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rochester Americans were founded in 1956. So it predates a large chunk of NHL teams.
Yeah,
even.
That's pretty cool.
So, like, outside of the original 6, it predates all of those teams.
Yeah. Well, if any of you guys played along, well, we did this and you got a better score than me, or even if you're just proud of the score that you got, let us know. Either in the YouTube comments of this video, if you're watching on YouTube, which you can do at Quack Report Pod, Twitch at Quack Report Pod as well. You can DM us on Twitter or Instagram, same thing, at Quack Report Pod. And if you guys want to bash me for how I didn't know all of these teams, or if you just want to be like, wow, I'm impressed.
I'm impressed, honestly.
I got a lot more than I thought.
You actually did do better than I thought you would. And like, that's not a slight on you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, you can DM me at Carter_Potts, POTTS_97 on Twitter. And Nate, you are now going to be on the clock. Where can people give me a sec here. Where can people tell you that John Klingberg is the best player in the NHL and Lucas Dostal deserves to be in the AHL?
Okay, well, first of all, you can go fuck yourself. Second of all, you can try to tweet me at Tatenhomas, TATENHOMAS, and I will still tell you that you're wrong.
Sounds
Klingberg,
good.
get off the ice. Maybe on the time, and now I'm behind.
Oh, and go Ducks, go. We usually end off with that too.
And go Canada.
Yeah.